Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. I'm here with a boy.
No way.
Using the ship in the announcement, of course. Always.
I've been doing that since the dawn of time.
Whoa, Calc, you're playing Elden Ring. That's exciting. I want hourly updates. And yeah, hi Calc and Ploof and Parky. Hi boys. I
Read
realized
the message I sent about the computer. I need to know because you never responded to it.
we popped into Shiro's stream and he was having like Kingdom Hearts setup issues. And now Alex is like talking PC specs with Park. Like, there's no fucking rest on the tech support.
Yes.
Yeah, no, and I had to fix the lottery machine at work. So
The Adventurers Guild has recently received a commission
Literally never
directly
ends.
from the Tenryou Commission.
I also ran over my
The
toes with a
assignment
roll
is both
cage.
urgent and dangerous.
What,
I messaged
what
you
a
about...
shame. I might have to just
After
put them in my
assessing the
mouth and kiss
assignments,
them and make sure
the
they're all
Guild has
better.
concluded that
I
seasoned
messaged you about
adventurers
how
are
they had me
required.
lifting like the heaviest roll
Naturally, you
cages
came to
and like
mind.
there is legit a dent in my toenail now.
Just another day on the job.
I'm fine, but like it
Allow me to
hurted.
explain.
I might still need
The
to lick
Tenryou
and kiss your
Commission
toes just to make
recently
sure.
issued an arrest warrant for a young Oni
If I
by the
didn't
name of
cry, then I'm
Arataki
fine.
Ito.
Did you cry?
You mean those big,
No.
tough-looking guys with horns on their heads?
I'm an adult, I don't cry.
Presses F to doubt.
I didn't.
That's correct. This particular Oni is quite
Anyway, guys, I realized...
he already has quite the
So I need to do...
I cry. The only time I
They
cry
do.
is when I have
so
to
it came as a
think
surprise
about
to learn that
taxes.
he has recently been accused of stealing things, and sometimes
I'm crying
even
about
risking
mine
away
this
the
year.
people themselves.
I'm
But it
gonna
doesn't
call
end there.
HMRC
When
tomorrow.
the Tenryou Commission dispatched a Doshin to apprehend
I'm an
him,
adult.
he
Yeah, that's
assaulted
what
the
I said.
Doshin before making a getaway with his accomplices.
Only cries when he has to top. I love that that's just fucking the lore. I'm a furry.
Since when was this established?
Which? The top crying?
Bring the Sony in.
Yeah,
Calc established that some time ago, I believe.
establish these nuts.
I'd
I
like
have
to.
complete confidence you will succeed.
Think
Rick
does
does
not
not do his
his
taxes?
taxes.
He doesn't,
Please
but Lizzie's
exercise
stealing
caution.
40% off the top.
This Oni also
He's
happens
talking
to
about his
hold a
husband, I
vision,
think.
and is the
Oh.
leader of an
He's in
organization
chat.
Well,
known as the Arataki Gang.
Wait, is he?
Yep.
Oh, there. What the fucking
Dog
colors?
doing.
God damn it. Anyway, hi Twink. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong monitor and you were blue as well, so I just thought you were Ploof.
He's blue on one end.
you... I looked last night and I was like, who doesn't have a VIP badge that needs one? And Sweet and Necro didn't. But Twink, you need a VIP badge too, so I'll get to that at some point.
You're right.
Remind me, yell at me.
No idea what we'll be up against.
I gotta do Ito's quest so I can do
We are
Ayato's
still
quest so I can do
investigating Arataki
the
Ito's
event.
potential
So,
motives behind these incidents.
we're gonna be
Wait,
having a
what?
himbo time.
Oh my god, I'm never getting to the event then.
Around in the streets as well.
I'll
There will likely be others more familiar
I'll go
with
as fast as I can, okay?
circumstances than I am, who can thank you.
What?
I will await your
You said I'm never getting to sleep, am I?
I said I'll never get to the event.
Oh, get to the event. Well, to be clear, you don't like
Asking around on the streets.
it's happening because it's doing that thing where it's like
Ito guy and
my
figure out where he might have
the character
gone
you need is engaged with another quest, so that's why. For some fucking because they're fucking boomers and they can't design games. For some reason, I have to like do Ito's before I can do Ayatos.
I need to do prerequisite
Yeah, I've heard of
quests.
the guy.
Like when I click on the
Word
thing,
is
it says
he did
prerequisite
something
quests,
monumentally
and I'm.
stupid, then ran off before they could. To be completely
I'm never
honest.
getting there.
Wait, you
Well,
mean he
just
already
do that.
had a bad
Do the prerequisite.
reputation?
Yeah, no, I don't
not
think you
exactly.
understand.
So,
I have to
on the
do
one hand, he's a
Shoothouse
larger
quest, so I
than
can do
life kinda
Raiden's
guy.
quest, so I can do
But on the
Kokomi's
other
quest, so I can do
hand,
Ito's
he's
quest, so I can do
emotionally
violent.
Yakumi's
Oh, no.
quest, so I can do
When he's in a
Shogun's
good
quest,
mood,
before I
he's
can
his highest
finally get to
type. When he
Ayato's
gets
quest.
upset,
Isn't that
he gets
really stupid
completely
that
enraged.
they just let that potentially happen for a fucking event?
I don't personally see him as a bad guy.
Wrong channel,
but I
Park.
guess I wouldn't
Hey,
put it
I'm going
past him to
live
get all
tomorrow,
riled up
so you
and
can do
lose
it then.
control.
Yeah, he is. He's doing a Thursday stream. He's busy Friday.
Because I feel bad that I missed Thursday, and because I
Don't
have to
have
do a
to
late
feel
shift on Friday.
bad.
I missed Monday,
You know, I'm
and
afraid
I feel
that
bad
I'm
because I
not
don't want to
too
miss two
sure
streams in a
myself.
row.
When someone
But I need
asks
to do a
for
late
it,
shift
he's
Friday.
If I
Because
Okay, I was gonna
literally
ask. I
using
didn't
the boost.
remember what it
His lack
was,
of
even
income
though
finally
you
drove
literally
him to
told
do
me
something more
like as
drastic to
recently
make
as
ends
today.
meet.
Literally nobody is
I'm
in
afraid that I don't have
at
much else to
work.
tell you.
over
He tends
Easter,
to spend
and
his time
so
with people a
they
little
begged
more
me to come in and
lively
do a
than
late
myself.
shift.
That is this weekend, isn't it?
Perhaps you
Yeah,
could try
I
asking
keep
around.
The
forgetting.
magic bunny day.
No
When-
way.
When Jesus awoke from the dead as his persona.
Yeah, and he shat out chocolate eggs. That's the reason the chocolate eggs are popular, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, got him.
Arataki Ito? Oh yeah. I heard about that whole thing. I'm
I don't
sure
actually
it must have
understand
been
the
a
meaning of
mix-up
it.
on the Tenryou Commission.
Loof, whatever you just post in Discord,
never
I
do
am...
anything so dastardly.
Okay, I am not long sugar baby. Corrected to I am no long
What?
sugar baby. I assume you mean I am no long... Wait, what? Where'd you go? Oh. Hold on, we lost Alex.
Hello?
Hi.
Let me explain what happened.
Yeah, go for it.
I clicked on general so I could see what Plouf posted,
Huh?
and
Be so
apparently Plouf's message was so powerful that Discord shat itself 3
Perhaps
times
you
in a row.
misunderstand me. When I said he could never do anything
The power of
dastardly,
Plouf sugar.
I meant
It really did.
he
It shit itself 3
literally
times in a
doesn't
row.
have what it takes.
Haley, welcome.
Lee's nuts.
Maybe a story will explain it better. So he used to spend a lot of time
Yeah,
playing
that's what
rock, paper,
that's what a
scissors,
mature
and
adult
hide and
sounds
seek
like
with
right
the
there.
kids on the streets.
I'm a
Who
full-grown man.
doesn't cry
Exactly.
and has balls and nuts.
Kids
I haven't
being
cried in at
kids
least 2
aren't
days,
exactly
so
the
I'm
most
good.
difficult to act.
On purpose.
No, not at all. The one time.
Plus the
then he took the
toe
kids'
incident
candy as
happened
his
twice
prize
this
and
week,
he
so I'm
did-
okay.
That's just
Toe
Did
incident.
take it way too far that
That's what I'm
time,
calling it
but he
now.
was pretty quick to
They better
admit
fucking
that he was
take care of those
following them
toes,
wrong,
because if
and
they
it
don't, I'm
wasn't
gonna have
long
words
before
with
the
somebody.
kids stopped crying
I'm
and
gonna
was
start wearing
laughing and
steel-toe
playing
cap
again as
boots
if
at
nothing
work,
had
I
ever
swear.
happened.
Do you have the leg strength to lift steel toes?
In fact,
I had
the
to
children
because my
quite like
university
playing with
made
him
them
because he's
mandatory.
always serious. So I suppose
What do you mean?
what I'm trying to say
My
is
university made
a guy
steel-toe
who
cap
can't
shoes
even beat
mandatory.
kids at a chill-
But like, why? For uniforms?
Doesn't sound like a bad guy.
Yes, my
No,
thoughts
because
exactly.
heavy
So,
equipment.
I'm not trying to condone his
Okay, that
actions
makes
or
sense.
anything.
They
If
were
he
like,
really
hey, it
has
would be
messed up
not
big
good
time,
if you
then he should
dropped
face
a
the
speaker that weighs
consequences
15
just
times
like
your body
anyone
weight on you.
else.
The French
The
guy.
guy is going live.
Loof, you fucking simp for so many Twitch people, goddamn.
Thanks for the info. We'll keep asking around.
They're gonna go through.
Just means that we've got to keep his attention somehow.
Is this when we take our clothes off?
Yep.
You can't tell, but neither of us are wearing pants right now.
That's a lie. I'm not wearing socks though.
No, I mean our avatars.
Arataki Ito. Of course I know him.
You'll
We've
never
been
see
trying
it,
to
but our
apprehend
avatars
him
are both just
recently.
cock out.
We know he's already
You
left
know,
Inazuma City, but with
I
no
would,
clues to
you know
follow,
how I
we
have
no
the avatar
choice but to
changing
commission
thing? I
others
would
for
fully
help,
just have a nude version of that at
including
some
the
point.
Adventurers Guild.
Everyone get
Pay
naked, yeah.
5,000 channel points. You pay 5,000 channel points, you get to take my avatar's shirt off.
I mean, everybody would do that.
Catherine says that
Yeah.
Arataki Ito has done
I'm setting that up
anything.
tonight.
I'm curious. Is there any evidence?
Not wearing
of
socks?
all
I
this
never
stuff
wear
that
it.
she's done?
Literally, I never wear socks because I don't leave the house.
Yes, of
I
course.
always wear
For
socks
starters,
apart from
most
tonight
thieves will
because
try
they
to
were real
devise a way to-
soggy.
At first, he was just one of our suspects. But
Is
when
it,
we went to
rainy there?
investigate, he personally confessed. What's
was.
most frustrating is that he then
And
managed to
you
escape
got your feet all
along with his
soggy?
entire gang.
Yeah,
He must have been
but
planning
also
the whole thing
I...
right from the start.
What's it? So we have like a big ass
Of course
machine
he
that we
did.
take around the
Whether
shop to clean the
material or
floors,
psychological,
but
there is plenty of
none of us
evidence
knew
either
how to
way.
work it, so instead we had to use mops, and I completely just ruined my shoes with them.
Oh no.
He's never had a Mora to his name his entire life,
I'm smart.
and he's never kept out. After scrounging for a living all these years, maybe
I
he
know what you
thought
mean, though,
being the
Plouf,
bad
like,
guy would be an easier
Simping
ride.
is also a big part of like interest for me.
When I follow on
As for
Twitch,
his
I simp for one
psychological
point or another.
motives,
Oh,
It's
Or, you know,
why
it-
do you
it-
think
hard
I'm
to
here?
talk about,
It
but
gets me in the
we-
door at least.
At
Why
the
do you
time,
think I'm here?
Arataki Ito put up quite a fight.
You
It
simp
took a huge
longer
amount
and
of
harder
manpower
than
and
anyone else
resources,
until
and in
you
the end, we
literally
had to enlist the help of
manifested
Kujo
inside the
Sara
stream.
to finally secure his
Yep.
vision. The vision hunt was a mistake.
See, people who donate 10k to Amaranth, this is how you do it.
Just like people have been saying.
You don't
If
need
the two
to
of you
donate
are
money to
able
Pokemon.
capture Arataki Ito, please bring him straight here.
Yes, Sparky
We'll handle him
manifested.
from there.
I became real.
Thanks for all the info.
And a cat.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was nearly 4 months ago now. 3.
Paimon
I
remembers
can't
that
count.
there's a detective agency here in Inazuma. Maybe we can try asking there.
Yeah, Pluthum, imagine your name in a French accent. Would be cute, I think.
Get your mom in here, she's gonna freak.
Well, he's not in the stream. But yeah, Ploof, if you want to, like, share that with Mama, she'd probably wet herself.
Oh, him again. Sure. I've heard all about your travels.
How much
A one-off payment
Legit,
of
the only thing I know about
397,000
France
more
is the
upfront,
Eiffel Tower,
plus
and
a
they
further
make the bread
5%
that
of
I
your
like.
Adventures Guild remuneration as my
Being
commission.
the baguettes
If
that you eat
Arataki
whole
Ito is
instead of a
successfully
proper
caught and
meal.
brought to justice.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's
I bought one that was double the length
Hold
yesterday.
on. I wasn't finished.
That moan literally
It
goes
just so
into my
happens The
mind.
initial fee has already been paid in full by the Tenryo
I
Commission.
feel it in my
All you'll
skull.
need to pay is the small
It just
commission fee.
penetrates you. Too busy cooming, say again. I said if you share the French guy with Mama, she will probably also coom.
I feel it somewhere.
And as for
Calc,
now,
we
I'll
really
in the
need to get
Alzheimer's.
this
Adventures Guild once we have Ito. So, from the way I
right
see
in the.
it,
Oh wait, I have
you
my
guys are
fucking
getting a
anime
pretty
glasses
nice
on.
deal.
Right in the trick knee.
The what?
Now then,
That's
to
like
give you the
when
full
old people have a
picture in
bad
this
knee, they call it a
case,
trick
we
knee.
must first recount
Oh, I call it an ooh, ow, ow, fuck, ow,
a
ow.
long, long time ago. In a
Anyway,
village lost
Calc, we
to
need to get this
time,
boy over
there
here
lived a
and feed him.
crimson oni and a blue oni.
Who?
They were
You.
the best of friends.
Ah.
The boy who
The
needs food.
crimson oni looked fierce,
I do be food.
but was gentle like the humans.
Who needs food.
The blue oni
Wait.
looked human,
Oh no, I
but
just
was
realized what I
reclusive,
said.
like an oni.
I mean, I'm gonna eat that cake, but that's
The
a whole nother
crimson
conversation.
oni wished to befriend the humans,
shush.
but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near.
I remember seeing Park play part of this quest. This little Oni
So the
cutscene
blue
is
oni
really
said to
cute.
the crimson oni,
I got those miles.
I'll cause trouble in the village. You come and stop me.
Listen,
Then
once
humans will
Lizzie
accept
gives me
you.
my taxes back, I'm
As
putting it into
planned,
savings.
The crimson oni chased the blue oni away. The crimson oni's deeds
So-
spread throughout the land, and people finally
I
accepted
am. How's it
him.
going?
But when the crimson oni went to tell the blue oni the good
Just
news,
get your passport. I do
He
need
was
to
gone
get that
and
sorted.
left
at some
Actually,
point.
yeah,
better
you should
behind.
like make that a priority because
I
if
won't
we
travel.
decide randomly like,
Don't come find
hey,
me, or they'll
it's
teach
time
you
for
some
Alex to
naughty
come
little
visit,
one.
then you'll be ready and able to.
But don't worry about me.
Yeah,
No matter where I
I'm
go,
gonna make that a
we'll always
priority,
be
but
friends.
right now my taxes are my priority.
Yeah, agreed. That should come first. Get the
Once
the money.
once that's sorted, I will then have the money
I
to pay for a
suppose the blue
passport,
oni
and then I
simply
can do that.
disappeared, never to be.
Apparently, it should only.
Of course it does.
If I can get to the passport
Otherwise,
office,
I wouldn't
which
go
is a
through
real
all the
thing I
trouble
found
of
out
telling it.
about,
Yeah.
then it
One
should only take me a couple
interpretation
hours.
Is that what
But,
I'm trying to tell you?
otherwise
is
I'll have
that
to send
the
it off
Oni
and it
have
might take me months.
sacrificed a lot in the past
Hey,
in
there's
order
Mama.
to finally integrate themselves
Mama,
into human
Poof's
society.
booming
But
to
there
some.
are still some
French
volatile
streamer.
personality traits in the Oni
I was gonna say
bloodline.
speak the devil, but I can't.
Aww. You be nice.
Every generation of Oni inherits
That
these
wasn't-
traits.
That wasn't.
So while
wasn't
Arataki Ito has never
about
been
her.
known to commit a wrongful
No, I
act
know.
in
I
the
assume you
past,
got like stabbed in
can we
Genshin.
ever completely rule out
I got
the possibility of
the
him
cringe
one
flower
day
came up and just in my
That's
ass.
a very old story. Nobody knows
That is
how
where
long it's been
things
since the blue
go.
Oni disappeared.
What is this? There's a
We can
donut.
only assume. Besides,
No, what is
the
that?
suspect
No,
is,
fully,
according
it's a
to my
donut.
investigation,
Radiant
He was
Spin
headed
Crystal
southwest.
15.
I would bet he's
Oh,
probably
that's one of the
headed to
CDs
Island
for
by now.
the music box in your teapot.
CD's
The Tenryo
nuts.
Commission is unable to enter territory
Ah.
controlled by Sanganori
How does that look
troops.
like a donut to
No
you?
doubt
What
that's
kind
the
of
reason
donuts you've been
Arataki
looking
Ito
at?
chose to flee and don't mention.
Ones that are donuts.
I could only assume so, judging from his previous bouts.
That is a. It was like
Ah,
glowy and
yes.
orange
In
yellow.
fact, all Oni will avoid beans.
It was like the
but
sort of
if
that
you could
color.
weaken him a bit by triggering his
Wait,
allergies,
I'm gonna go look at it again.
perhaps. he'd have
Oh,
better
that's so
luck subduing
cute.
him.
He's allergic to beans because you throw beans at Onis.
Beans nuts.
Knowing our target's weakness will make
but
things a whole
Mom,
lot
what
easier.
there's some other streamer that's on, and Floof is double dipping, but it's like a French guy,
Wait,
and he's simping
okay.
over his voice.
It just so happens
I
that I have
see
a bag of beans
what you're
right here.
yelling at me about, but
I
at the
would-
same
of
time,
course, I will charge the Adventurers Guild a
okay, apparently I
fair
had multiple of these. I didn't know.
Let's
At the
head
same
to the
time,
Story
from
Island
a
and
distance
start
on
looking
low
for
graphic
info.
settings, this looks like a donut. I'm playing on poopy graphics because I'm on a GTX 1050.
It is true that I don't know how much poop is in your graphics.
Well, consider that it's a 5-year-old low-end gaming laptop.
He's a dork, and he fine nut. I understand.
Me when.
Yeah, me when.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I could technically abandon Ito's quest right now for Ayatos, but also I like Ito, so we're gonna stick with that.
Yeah, I cannot read that. I do not speak Puerto Rican.
Un homme français, Shalom. I don't know what his channel is. Floof hasn't named him.
Delta.
just
He said Delta.
Came Delta.
No,
Well,
he-
but
he named
I don't
him.
know if that that's probably not literally his handle.
Detective Sango, Ito should
Could be. It could be sponsored by the airline.
here.
Delta Kusher.
Catherine mentioned that he has a vision.
All I can think of when I hear
Why
Kush
not
is
using elemental
Weed.
well, less weed, honestly. It's more fucking like degenerate, obnoxious boys in high school fucking playing with like push balls.
Oh, what now?
Like it, fucking just a little soft ball that you like kick around or something. I don't know. Wait,
Oh, we
one
call
of the
those moon balls.
one of the dudes like who I went to high school with like went by Kush as his nickname.
Why not see if you
And
can track
he was
him down
obnoxious.
using elemental sight?
I cannot imagine having a nickname in.
Looking for prom
high school.
outfits. Prom was not my cup of tea. I went with a nice girl, but
Straight.
even I know, but still, guy or girl or
wouldn't go
whatever.
for that.
It's a fucking obnoxious like high school society party.
Can't catch me.
I didn't go to mine just because I was like, well, what's the point?
I went junior year with that girl. She was a year ahead of me, so then she wasn't there senior year, and I just didn't go.
Wait, you do it every year?
No, I think we just, and it probably varies from place to place. I think it was just for juniors and seniors. The
How
two
many
higher
years apart
years.
is that?
That's the two highest years out of the 4 years of high school.
God.
He doesn't seem
Okay,
to be
well, we
looking
had
this way.
prom at age
Perfect. Let's try the
11
detective
Park
Sango
also
and
says
age
side.
16.
juniors. Well, and then there's also going to be like lower versions people just make up, like when they're like, oh hey, we're doing like your kindergarten graduation. They'll be like, well, we're having like
Oh.
a middle school prom. Like people will just make up shit, kind of.
It'll save a lot of hassle.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
I
You can bring someone younger.
I think the only one that we had that was like official is the one at 16 for graduating secondary school. Except that we don't call it a graduation, we call it leaving. Because we don't really do graduations or anything here. You just sort of like, once you're done with your final exam, you just get up and go. There is no like,
Are you
there's no
okay?
ceremony or anything normally. This is just something that our school decided to do
Don't-
because they
don't
thought
be
it'd be fancy.
alarmed. It's just my
Normally you just finish
my
your exam and
allergies
go.
acting up. I've
My
got it under control.
boy, giving him allergies and getting his nose wet.
It's all right. I got this. I just gotta tough it out.
You and
It's-
hay fever.
I can take it. I can
Yeah,
take it.
yeah. You and mom can just be sick at everything together.
I don't know if I have hay fever anymore.
I gotta catch my breath here.
I had it real bad when I
Whatever
was
it
a
is you
kid, but I
want.
don't know if I still have it.
It's gonna have to wait. I need a moment.
Dress for prom, suit for graduation. Do you like wearing a dress at all? Because I don't know. Not hot take. This is very in line with what I normally say, but parents need to honestly like butt the fuck out about like prom and graduation and shit. Like that's not about you. Fucking let your kids do what they want. My parents complained that I didn't want to do like high school or college graduation, and I was just like, fucking cope. It's not about you.
Hey, why'd you have to be so mean?
I
huh?
you
Surprise
probably
attacking
forgot,
me
but
like
I
that.
told you about when I was wanting to leave uni, and
So
my
you're here to bring
first
me
when I was
in.
wanting to leave uni,
How in the world did you find me all
and my mom said like, "Oh, think
whatever.
about
If you think I'm going
grandma
bad with
because
you, you
she's
can
never had a
forget
family
it.
member
I'd
go
walk
to
away if I
university."
were you.
Yeah, I
and
know,
therefore
right?
graduation.
What the fuck is with that shit? Quit putting expectations on your kids.
I pack a
She was like, "Yeah, she's
mean
never seen a
punch, you
graduation
know.
because
I
nobody in
don't
the
wanna hurt
family's ever
any
been to
regular
uni." And I
folks
was like,
you.
"Well, sure, but I also don't want to go to uni."
I think my dad said that about like his parents wanting to see my graduation, and I was basically just like tough titties.
I'm just thinking, like,
It's
what's the
my
point?
thing. My not wanting to go supersedes everybody else's feelings.
I just always see it as like, what's the point? Like, what am I doing there? I'm just.
Well, and
What?
it's
I
a
walk on
real
stage and I
bad.
collect a certificate while I wear a hat that makes me
That's
look like a
right.
brainlet.
Me,
What am I?
as
What
boss
do you
of the
want?
Arataki gang, I gotta
It's a
nab
real
the
bad like
pretty
return on
girl
your
who
time
wanna
investment
know.
too,
That's
because it's like,
natural, right?
why don't we suffer through 4 hours of bullshit to see like you be on stage for 30 seconds? It's not worth it.
Yeah. Plus, I don't want to wear a cap that looks like that.
Yeah, I think you got to pay for that shit too.
What?
Yeah, but nabbing
You know what? I'm good.
that's taking it a
It's
now
not like I didn't even do a
we'll
graduation
more to
party.
see him again.
I don't know if you guys have that.
Easy
People do like a
What now?
graduation party and then it's like everybody gives you money and stuff. And I was like, money, but also no, because I don't want to do a fucking stupid, again, like society party.
What's a graduation
extra
party?
more
That
means
just
I
sounds like
can,
a baby shower, but
uh,
with extra steps.
Give some to
Essentially,
the
yeah,
gang
same idea.
to
You're just
spend on
you're just
themselves.
making up a party for an occasion. Hi, EA.
Some colleges
Mama
have
likes
like expos at their
dresses.
graduations where you can talk about people for jobs and that. Fuck it. Imagine a graduation expo. That sounds so gross.
I never had a graduation fair, or sorry, I never had a career fair attached to graduation, but we did have those in high school and college. Just career fairs by themselves.
Hey, what's with all the questions?
We had something that sounds like
mister.
that, but it was
accepted a
it was
commission to bring you back.
like
What did
in
you
I
say,
think in
little one?
secondary school it
Go
was just
on.
like
Say it to my
colleges and
face.
universities advertising themselves in our main halls, and that was about it.
Took a commission to bring you back.
Because
Looks
of
like you
course
aren't gonna let
you can't
this
get a
drop.
job after you
In that
finish
case,
secondary school.
we-
You have to go to uni.
Yeah.
Uncle Ito! Don't run now. Careful.
And that's
or
why
you'll
everyone
fall.
I know who did A levels ended up being miserable because of it.
What's taking you so long?
Serena,
You
hello.
said we were gonna have a beetle fight today.
Um,
Come on, you promised.
feel that when I graduated, just wanted to leave and never come back. Did you also not do ceremony?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't
Still
think
going
Kiki
ahead.
did any of hers
But
either.
You see,
Oh, I just
I've been
got
out here for
reminded of
ages,
something
and I still
'cause of the
can't
word
find a beetle
bachelors.
that I like, so
So I was
just
studying
give
for
Uncle
a
Ito
Bachelor of
a
Arts,
little more
Oh,
time.
you
Um,
got guilt tripped. Oh no.
but I keep calling it a Bachelor of Farts, and now my mom has started doing the same.
Are they your friends?
Like I was on the phone to her, talking about
yeah,
work
that's
and stuff
right.
like that,
I
and
told them not to come, but
she
what can I
also just
say?
called it a
They
Bachelor
were
of
just too
Farts, and I was
worried
like,
about
oh
me.
no.
Glad I got pictures. I also don't like pictures. My parents were very obnoxious about it when I was little, and that just made me hate it for like my whole life. So now there's like no
Pictures?
pictures of me.
I'm the same, honestly.
a little
My
thing
parents have like
called,
maybe 3 pictures of me, and I hate all of them.
Prestige, yeah,
Yeah.
because of all the
Me-
prestige
I-
Uncle Ito
You know how there's like
has.
the joke of like guys will know each other for years and never have a single picture together?
Yep.
Me and my flatmate, we've known each other for nearly a decade, never
Shh,
taken a
up,
photo
up.
together.
Come on, just
Uncle Ito, you don't look.
that's because Uncle Ito bumped his noggin on a tree branch.
I was also
while
the
looking
person
for a
that
beetle.
forced my parents to wipe their Facebook if
It's all
anything
good
to do with me
These
though.
horns are rock solid.
Why?
Because I just don't want me out there.
Oh, okay. That in my mind, you said this before. What I interpreted that as more like reactive, but like you asked them to wipe stuff of you. You mean?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
they kept posting
If you
stuff and I
say
was like,
so.
hey, can you take this down?
Yep,
I just
I'll be
don't
right
want to be
there.
online.
Right,
Who are
right.
those people?
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And
I think
the
there
kid's
might still
name is
be
Daisuke.
one image
I
of
took
me
him in
on
just
their
a while
Facebook. Okay.
back.
I love how
All
this
white
old lady is
family.
Granny Oni, which is basically like being named Granny Human. Also, she doesn't even have horns. They just used the same normal old lady model.
They escaped with me out this way. along
Yo,
with my
no
boys
way
from
is
the
that
Arataki gang.
Madame Ping
If I didn't bring 'em with me,
2.0?
the Tenryo Commission
That's
would be knocking
crazy.
on their doors for sure.
M says I don't like dresses because of texture. Don't mind them as long as I'm comfortable. help me find one I'm comfortable in. And the comp is because I did something similar in middle school. We started splitting events where I dress the way I want, the other dress more femme. I still think you should dress the way you want all the time, but
Yeah.
you know, you're gonna work out your stuff, and it's not my job to get in the middle of that.
Right. But if you care about them so much, then you shouldn't have done all that
And
stuff
that's
to
why
make them
I
worry
wear
about
skinny
you in the
jeans, even though you
first
tell me they're
place.
cringe.
I haven't told you they're cringe.
You keep saying like no baggy clothes
Listen, how
better,
about we
and I'm
make a
like,
deal?
ah,
You two
no.
let me
They're
go wrap things up
comfy
with
and
Dice
easy
Game.
to
Once we're done
wear,
battling
but I get
beetles,
that
the
you
two
want
of
to
us will
be
settle things with a
wrapped
duel.
in a fabric hug 24/7.
No, these are also
If you
comfy
win,
though.
I'll come quietly. You can take me back to Inazuma City, and you won't hear a peep out of me. Why? Because I'm an Oni
I would
of
say
my
we
word.
could trade clothes, but I don't know that much of. I don't know that that would work well.
I
I'll just
don't
tell little
know
Dice
that
Game
you would
that my
fit in
friends and I
mine,
need to
and
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know I would
outside for a
like
moment.
yours.
That way you won't worry.
What's
Cool?
cringe? Skinny jeans, supposedly, but I'm not actually saying they're cringe. I just think it's interesting that
What should we do?
that's his preference.
There is the kid that could.
Oh, it's
Because
on!
they look good.
I like your style. All right, but first things first. I need
Well,
to find an
they'd look
Onikabuto to battle
better
with.
on
I've been looking
the
here
floor.
for ages and
So,
haven't found
there you go.
myself a winner yet, so it's time to try
Well, they
somewhere
also
else.
look good on my legs.
It's like my wardrobe. I wear skinny sweatpants. Yeah, but skinny sweatpants and skinny jeans.
Park, for I guess reference, my jeans are skin tight.
Come with me. Saves you
Literally.
worrying that.
Loof, are you just finding a husband? Lumine, hi, I can't join your stream, can't find my laptop, but have fun. No worries.
Where was that?
Not in chat, like on Genshin. I don't remember who. I have someone whose in-game name is Lumine. I don't
know who
remember
that
who
is.
that actually is, like, on Twitch, because I'm gonna be honest, y'all, like, anytime
Catch
a
me.
name is different between a platform, like, I have no idea who it is, unless
Uh,
it's drilled into my head repeatedly.
Raymon's curious.
I'll be honest, the all
What
caps
kind of
makes me
game
think
is
it's Sweet
beetle
Ice.
fighting?
I don't think it is.
You guys have
Because
seen Onikabuto
she
out
types
in
in
the
all
wild,
caps,
right?
and it
Even though they
upsets me
might
because I
look
No,
can't
no,
read it.
on the
I know
outside,
Lumine is
they're
the Traveler,
big
but I mean, like, I
softies
don't
on
know
the
who the
inside. Most of the
person
time, they're just sitting there doing
attached to
nothing.
that is. Like, I don't know what their Twitch username is.
But let me tell ya, once the Onikabuto start fighting, ho ho ho,
About
they
to
won't
plays a
let
lot of
anything get in their
Yu-Gi-Oh!
way.
Ayo. Loof finding himself a Yu-Gi-Oh!
The grand
I hate
game
the
of
fact that if
beetle
I
fighting is a
accidentally
match
use
where
ice
your
on
beetle
ice
tries
enemies,
to
then
flip
it just
the
makes them
other
immune
beetle
for
onto
15
its
seconds.
back.
Really?
Yeah, it makes
I
them
never knew that.
completely immune to all my attacks.
Hey, it's not just some kid's game, okay? There's way more to it than that.
Also, I am dying. I hate.
Oh, and
Dragon's
M, those events are big parties with adults who have the "you were born with us" or you're like this attitude. I know, and that's cringe.
Wait, what?
And
Say that again.
like prom and stuff. I don't know about like M's school specifically, but like I think mine. I think I remember them being like, "Hey, you have to like come with the opposite sex and like wear, you know, boys wear boy stuff and girls wear girl stuff," and it's like, no.
I have taken part in more beetle fights than you would believe. At least 800. I may have even crossed the 1,000 mark by this
I just want to
point.
wear
I will
what I
fly
want.
to
Anyway,
France
after a
and fuck
while,
this
you
man.
can tell a beetle's fighting potential
Do you want to
just
like
by
swing
looking at its shape,
by
size, and the
British and
patterns
bring
on its
Alex on
body.
your way back?
I mean, there is an underground tunnel that connects the two.
But it's not just about all the physical stuff. Oh no,
I want to go on that tunnel someday. I don't even want to visit France. I just want to go on the Eurotunnel trains.
I'm sure Mama would love to drag you to France as well. The rest of us.
Yeah, cool. You can drag me there for about 3 seconds, then I want to go back on the train.
Boy, are you too lucky you ran into me.
Swing by
Yes,
British.
swing
yeah.
by British.
I'm the expert that the experts
Make a little
go
detour,
to.
pick 'em up.
I'll
British.
show you all you need to know.
Kidnap Alex done. I mean, we talk about kidnapping him all the time.
Yeah.
We're not the ones that will be
Though-
playing.
Well,
when I visit, it
adult
would be
napping
nice.
now.
Eye on you.
You say that as if
Yeah,
there is
anyway, not
a
problem.
vast difference
You two
between
might think
19
I'm
and
just tooting my
20.
own horns here, but just you wait. I'll make you a beetle expert in no time.
And not that I'm
And by the way,
not
that
legally
kid
classed as
has
an adult by
one-
the time I turn 18 instead.
Okay, so
Okay, let me. There.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why.
My
Just
bottom
just
more.
I
We're
guess
gonna
because
find
like
some Major League Onikabuto hiding out
it's
there.
like the first birthday that we've kind of like celebrated with you, sort of. Like I know you
My
went from
19.
18 to 19, but
And you
I
were
don't
there
know.
for it.
Just our luck.
I don't know. This
Oh,
just feels more
darn it, they're
significant
all
somehow.
gone. Let's hop down from
Probably
here.
because my
Look,
19th
you see all
was
those purple
like
things?
less than a month
It's
after we
whole
met.
pile of Onikabuto.
I'm sure that's a lot of it. Yeah.
Huh? Oh, what the? Ah, no, not lavender melons. Ah,
Lavender melons.
even a pro like myself can make them. This is the one. This is
I
the
will
one.
fly to France with you just to go back.
See? As long as you're in
Yeah,
my company,
Mama's
you're guaranteed
rock
to
hard for
find
France.
yourself an Onikabuto. Yeah, it's on the smaller side, but
Listen,
size
if
isn't
you
everything in a beetle fight.
if you want to get a whiff of
Just
some
let
smog,
the
just come to
expert
Sheffield
explain,
instead.
okay?
We're an industrial
What smaller
city.
beetles lack in strength,
She
they
doesn't
make
think
up
France
for
is
in
dirty.
agility. They usually got a whole bunch of sick
Listen,
moves
I
just ready to
have an
whip
idea.
out when the right
I'll
move-
take her
Listen,
around Forge
you can never see a
Masters and then
beetle's
tell her it's
true
Paris.
energy until it's in the ring. It might look a bit young and docile, but that's got its advantages.
Young and
Haven't you ever heard the
docile.
saying, "Don't
Ayo.
judge
I
a
know
book
someone
by
who
its
fits that
cover"?
description.
Young beetles that have never fought before always go
What does
all
docile
out in
mean?
their first fight. Older beetles that have already been
soft.
through the wars tend to just cower in the corner the
Huh?
moment they see a strong
Soft.
opponent.
You're spoiling your plans. Docile means horny. No, it doesn't. That is incorrect.
Okay, Google. What does
Hey,
docile
didn't I
mean?
say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith,
Like
would
calm,
ya?
really.
My experience is telling me that this Onikabuto was spawned to be a champion.
Oh shit.
Park, what
It
plans
means
though?
submissive. It means submissive.
Is that what it said?
It says like ready to accept something, and then in brackets submissive.
it's not like we have anything else to do.
So
Down, my mom flew off somewhere else nearby and found this one.
Aratiri Ito, yeah. The plans for the Aloe and Mama road trip to Paris.
What do you think,
a fake
Ito?
Paris, yeah,
Big and strong
Sheffield.
and looks like a real fighter.
so close to
It
Paris.
matches everything you said
Want to go
about
to
a
France
good
for a
fighter,
day, but it
Beetle.
spooks me. They're not nice to foreigners. So that kind of makes you not want to go.
Bet the
What,
one
France?
you guys found
Yeah,
must be
like-
great.
At least Parisians, people in Paris, are, famously just shitty to foreigners.
Victor.
London, but like instead of foreigners,
Oh,
it's just everyone because they hate everyone.
Well, looks like you got a real knack for this. You'll be a fellow
Docile
beetle
is
fighting expert in
biddable,
no
yep,
time.
submissive works.
I mean, not
I
as good
assume
as
you
me,
meant
but-
breedable mother.
But still.
Oh, so
Anyway,
Either
great.
way, it
With both
works.
your beetle and mine, I can tell this will finally be the one.
They've
They've always been nice to
I'm
you.
gonna win
That's
for
probably
sure.
because
Yeah,
you
no.
fucking speak French beautifully, and then they're like, oh wait, she's not cringe.
Nah, it's
Well,
because you're American and they fear that
you know,
you'll
that's-
shoot
that's just
them
life,
if
man.
they're not
There's
nice
so
to
many
you.
people in this world who are talented, passionate.
That's probably
There's
why.
no
Yep.
guarantee that things will go their way. So many unrelated
No
things
biddable,
have to
look
come
it up.
together
What
at
does that
once
mean?
in just the right way to make
Is that when you can
victory
bid on
happen.
something?
There's this word that
That I mean,
sums up
honestly,
nice,
that's what I
actually.
would
It's,
say for an answer.
coincidence.
as in pure luck?
You see, we're gonna go to fake France because everyone knows that France isn't real.
Whether we have
I like how that
partners or
meme
not.
evolved. Like in like
Whoa, 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 whoa.
2019, that meme was
Let's-
Britain
let's
isn't
not
real
do
or the
anything
UK
rash here.
isn't real, and then it
Yeah,
evolved
I
to being
think both
France
of
isn't
these
real
fine beetles have a
because of
shot
the,
at winning.
I guess, the
Let's
close
just hang
connection
on
that
to them
France
and
has to
give them
Britain.
both a try. A true warrior never leaves a good
I've never
beetle
heard of this
behind.
France isn't real meme.
Yeah, probably because you
Anyway,
don't know
time to head
anything
back
about
and get
Gen
this
Z
show
humor.
started. Man, I am psyched
Well,
for
that and I'm
this.
American.
Woo, let's go.
So I probably tend to pay less attention to things that aren't about America.
That meme was born from America. Because there's just any meme that shits on a European country was probably born from America.
Les dresseurs drawer.
Laid dresser drawer. Yeah.
I done bumped my noggin.
so ready to like go to France and then just put lay in front of every word and hope they can understand me.
You're back! Can we start our beat?
Yeah,
Hi,
I'm
mate.
sure-
Can I get a?
I'm sure that'll really endear them to you.
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. But you better watch out.
What did you say? Can I
I've
get a
got
what?
Real winner back
Hi,
this
can I get
time.
a lay fucking chocolate bar?
Don't worry. I'm not scared of your beetle. Go, go!
North Dakota isn't real.
I've got this fight in the bag.
I mean, there was a meme
Let's
for a
go,
while about how
Nimble Ninja.
Wyoming isn't real and it's just a trunk error. And now that's what me and my flatmates say about Batemore.
When did you come up with that name?
Come on, you can take him, little guy.
Do you know how to lay shit?
You got the
Oh.
toilet, mate.
You know how to take a lay shit?
Wait, that's a... Wait, what's the ensuite? That's just what we call a bathroom. This is Tasha bedroom.
That's right.
Ensuite? Yeah.
Finish it.
Hey yo, they're touch tip.
That's a child.
What
Oh,
do you mean? Beatles.
Stream.
The child isn't touching anything though.
My little
The
Nimble
child
Ninja.
was on stream when you said that.
Yeah, but it wasn't touching anything.
The child was
Dang it.
on stream when you said
It's my
that.
7th loss in a row.
Not for them, just for you.
For the rest of Twitch.
Stripey Ghost is invincible. Even
I won't forget this. I'll beat you next time, I swear.
The delay is like 5
All right,
seconds.
Paimon, you're up. Time to give Crimson Cyclone a shot.
All right, go get him, Crimson Cyclone!
whoa, that one looks ultra
Hey,
strong.
they're touching tips again.
But
Really,
it's
their
still
their
no
tips are
match for
clipping
you,
through each other.
Stripey.
It's like docking or something.
All right, little guy, use your Super Paimon Tornado!
No.
Also, these beetles would be fucking scary with they're pretty fucking big and thick.
If it's docking, then you can just always win by having an uncircumcised
Crimson
beetle.
Cyclone would be the best!
One because it eats the other one.
Boy, did that one put up a fight.
'cause the other one can't
Woo,
compete.
It wiped the floor with Stripey Ghost.
What would an uncircumcised beetle be like? No shell?
Way to kick some beetle butt, partner.
No foreskin. What?
Beetles don't have foreskin, Alex.
Oh, they could do.
Real talent! Of course, Crimson
You don't know
Cyclone
that.
has to take some of
So
the
okay,
credit,
what
too.
it is? So an uncircumcised beetle is just normal, or sorry, a circumcised beetle is like the normal looking ones, and then a circumcised beetle just has like a skin tube like going up around the horn.
Yeah, they can grab on,
right.
and then it,
Yeah, now that the
Hmm?
then you
for
cope.
you, Daisuke.
Huh? For me?
Go ahead.
Oh god,
take it,
I kind
Daisuke.
of skipped her
Double.
line there,
Finally
but she was
get back
about to
the
fucking
city.
say
You can show it
Daisuke.
off to all your friends.
It can eat the other one.
But will we ever be able to go back?
Of course we will. Trust me. I never go back on my word. Anyway, I got some things I gotta discuss with my friends here.
Good. The kid doesn't suspect a thing.
There's a line out of context. Good, the kid doesn't suspect a thing.
You're from the
You
Tenryou
at me.
Commission, aren't you? I bet you're here to capture Uncle Ito.
Oh, that's why I've been
Hey,
stuck on this
didn't I
quest for the
tell
past
ya?
month.
They're my friends. In fact,
Elaborate.
they're in the
Dum-dum-
gang.
This
We're
dum dum wants
practically
some certain
family.
type of food that I've just never been able to find because
That's
I
not
can't find the
true.
recipe to it.
I already know everyone in your little gang.
Hey
but I've never
yo,
seen these
rebelling
two
rebel,
before.
welcome.
Dan, what are you doing up at 2 in the morning? Go to bed.
He had to come support his
It's
favorite
3 in the
ship,
morning.
obviously.
Uncle
Go
Ito
to
didn't
bed.
do anything wrong. Don't take him. And not
So
only
that-
did he not
Calc,
do
that's
anything
Dan.
wrong,
That's
he
Dan.
also saved my
That's
life.
just his username.
He's
That was
not
Mama.
a bad guy.
Oh, same color.
Yeah.
Hey, some things we don't tell to outsiders, remember? I'm,
Ito, sometimes you need to just say
Sleep
what you
is for the
have to
weak.
say.
Dan, you are the weak.
Don't
Every time
worry about
you're on
us.
call with me at like any time past 11, you're like, hey, I need to go to bed.
I guess.
How much
Thanks,
you want to
man.
bet that he's checking in while he's like waiting on some minge?
Seems I can't hide it anymore.
0% chance
Come with
because
me.
at 3 in the
I'll
morning in
explain
Sheffield,
everything.
no. No,
What do you
do not
mean?
want to be out there at
That's
this time.
when that's when youths hit the club.
You do not want to be out there at this time.
I'll be honest with you.
You are
This
asking to
thing
get
the
stabbed if
Tenryou
you're out there at
Commission
this
is
time.
Investigating with someone going around taking people and their possessions. It wasn't me. I have my own reasons for lying about it, and I'm the same as you. I just...
So why in the world would you say that you were the culprit?
Yeah, Dan don't get knifed.
If you don't get minge, then he starts to whinge.
Well, maybe you don't know because you're Outlanders, but it all started a long, long time ago with the story of the Crimson Oni.
Completely
Gotta
lost.
get that
I actually
blue
just don't
Oni.
know what to do.
Gotta get that minge, Joe. There's a mom quote.
Hold on a second.
She's telling you because she knows
so
you're
you
straight.
already know. Well,
Yeah,
that makes
apparently.
things a whole lot.
So, is the story from the fairy tale
Minge
really
makes
true?
me cringe, mother.
Everything about the fate of
I
the
don't know
Oni
about
is
that.
true. The blue Oni chose exile, and the Crimson Oni stayed behind.
I mean, it certainly doesn't make me jump for joy.
But the other details
don't know about that.
aren't historically accurate.
Why? Because I'm so
Fairy
straight?
tales are nice stories, but there's something they leave out. It's a little
Your
thing
nuts
called the
aren't real,
cold, hard
got 'em.
truth.
I don't know about that either.
I mean, haven't seen him yet.
The Inazuma of long ago was a dangerous
Have you?
place. If you wanted the Raiden Shogun's protection, you had to have a good relationship.
I'm
What's
assuming-
going
that's what
on
I'm
in that
saying.
park server?
That's what I'm saying, Dan. Go to bed. You've got college tomorrow, aren't you?
Go to sleep. Good night, my broski G stars. Good night, fellow straight boy Dan. Sleep hard so you can get some minge later.
No bulls, no cocks, no hope. No sun holiday. I keep forgetting it's Easter holidays. Like, honestly.
Minge. Haikus aren't about rhyming though, Mom.
The Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. Over time, the Oni eventually split into two factions. The Crimson Oni were friendly with the humans, but the Blue Oni, they were more stubborn and insisted on keeping to their own.
You could make one hell of a
Paimon thought you were two different
rhyme concoction out of it, though.
species. So
A what?
really, you're all one
Like, just a mess of rhymes, like, one after another, out of all those words.
Yeah, like some Dr. Seuss type shit.
Yep, that's right. There's no real difference between us.
And Muffin,
We just
you can
paint our
go
horns
for it.
different colors to show which side we belong to.
TFW, that bird was a little stingy with a mingy, so I'm gonna whingy and cringy.
Perfect.
Because humans were still wary of Oni at the time. The Crimson
Poignant.
Oni
What is
always
that?
hoped to find a way
Poignant
to live in
meaning
peace
like
with the
it-
humans, but the
it
Blue Oni
hit
kept
different.
clashing with them.
Poignant.
Humans didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. All they knew was that Oni
If
were
it's spelled
hard
like
to
that,
get
it can be
along with.
pronounced like that.
If things were to
No,
continue
that's not
that
how it
way,
works, bruh.
the Oni were never
Nah,
going
it
to
is.
get along
It's like
with
skizzers.
humans. And so, the most
Yep.
revered leaders of the Crimson and Blue Oni
That's
decided to
definitely how you
resolve
say
it
that.
once and for all.
Yeah, and Kano.
Over drinks, they swore an oath.
Knee.
The Blue Oni would play the role
I'm
of
gonna
evil Oni to help the Crimson
kick you in
Oni
the knee.
integrate into human society.
You're gonna have to
But the Blue
get
Oni's leader
used to me
gave two conditions.
saying these things.
What were they?
First,
'Cause
the
you-
Oni
you-
must
like,
abandon
it's
any
just that's the
prejudice they
thing.
held
Like
against
most
humanity.
people that live here will call
Every
scissors
Oni
skizzers.
was to accept humans in their heart before the humans accepted them. Oni were
It's not 'cause we
second,
think it's
the
pronounced
Crimson Oni
skizzers,
were to
it's just 'cause
integrate
it's
with human
fun.
society, but not by trying to please the humans. The Oni were to embrace their own honest characters, their surging tempers. In other words, they were to carry on the Oni bloodline. Well, after choosing exile, the number of Blue Oni, since I first heard the story of the Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid, I've heard
Baby.
it countless times in my life.
Yeah, because
Not
I spent the
once did
first
I
4 hours
ever
of my
imagine
shift
that the
dragging
Blue
around the
Oni
heaviest
clan
things I've ever lifted in my
actually
life.
survived.
Yeah.
So you're saying the real culprit was a...
That's right. Most people don't pay attention to the color of an Oni's horns.
I honestly
Probably
don't know how my
nothing
manager
gets
saw
by
me
the
and was like,
Arataki
you know what he
gang.
can do? Lift
Seen
something
at the
10
time,
times his body
they
weight.
saw an Oni with different color horns than mine.
Like an ant.
My balls ache, for there is no sex today. Well, my balls ache, so does my soul. My balls are blue, so is... I have no idea how haiku is structured.
Isn't it? 575.
Yeah, 3 lines, 5 syllables, then 7 and 5.
Still, it'd be strange if the culprit
I'm a
really was a
genius, man. I
descendant
know
of the
things.
Blue Oni. I can't bring myself
Well,
to
we all
accept
know that you're a renowned poet.
Exactly. They would
Far
give
from
up
it.
their life before
Not
abandoning
until-
their pride.
Me and Park released that song.
And then you will be.
I've always
I still
respected
don't
the
know about
Blue
a
Oni
poet,
for
but
the
maybe a
sacrifice
lyricist.
they made. And I know the aspirations
The
my
shit one at
ancestors
that, but it will
had
still
for
be
the
something.
future of all Oni. Our pride does not allow for any wrongdoing. You don't steal from other people. You don't harm other people, period. My guess is that the Blue Oni was tricked or forced into it somehow. That's right. If I didn't step in, the Tenryou Commission would have
I
definitely
hate syllables because you can make a haiku out of like 3 words.
Any of this? He said that you saved
Oh,
him,
yeah.
so he knows your story, right?
That makes sense.
He was the one I managed to save from the Ronin after I sent them
I
running
mean,
from the
it's-
scene.
It's a structure thing, right? Like, by imposing restrictions, you can sometimes end up with cool stuff.
He was off playing somewhere when they came by and ransacked his house. By the time he came back, his parents had been taken. The whole reason I'm in this is to help this kid find his mom and dad again. I never wanted to tell you any of
Yeah,
this.
it's like you could
My original plan was to
make
knock
the
you
middle
both
line
out
just
and
like
take my
one
family to
word
hide
that has
somewhere
7
else.
syllables, and
There's
that's
more to this than just
cringe.
one Blue Oni. There's a dangerous.
I don't know
group
if I could think of any
behind
words that
everything
big
that's been
though,
going on.
other than like
I didn't want to get anyone else caught up in this mess.
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but I don't even know if that's a real word or not.
It's not. I know words that big, but I just can never remember
That's
them.
everything. The whole
I know
Well,
anti-disestablishmentarianism, but I think that's too many.
That's a big one.
I'm gonna fight
The rest
you
of
with
them,
all my
one
might.
that I'd come up with is probably like, you know, the fucking like medical jargon things.
Juxtaposition.
That's still only 5.
No, 6.
Juxtaposition 5.
You know what? Syllables are subjective.
But if you're willing to
Your
believe me, then
nuts are
please,
subjective.
give me a little time. Once I find the Blue Oni, I'll turn
Yeah.
the both of us in.
Yep, Paimon too.
Gonna be vine booms in the song? Maybe. I don't know.
Just treat it like we're here to keep
Who
an
said
eye
that
on
and
you.
where?
Muffin in
Oh.
chat.
So.
I
alright.
mean,
I knew you'd be
I have
reasonable.
a
I
signature
knew it.
sound,
I was
but
thinking
I
right
don't
from the
think it's
start,
one that
these
people
two
will
fine
pick up on.
folks, They're just out here in the pursuit of truth and
So,
justice, man.
no.
Yeah.
My signature
Well, I
used to
should
be
tell you,
putting
though,
fart
things
noises in all my
could get a
songs,
little dangerous,
but
so, be ready
then
for
I started
anything.
to take music a bit more seriously.
Don't worry about us.
All right, then our first job is to investigate where this Blue Oni is hiding out. There's a victim
now you
of
just
his
have to
that saw
listen
him
out for,
up
like,
close, currently taking refuge.
I guess closer details. Like the fact that there's always a cut before the drop, and I like to use toms quite a lot.
Toms?
Yeah,
What's that?
drum.
Okay. Bark nose.
Evidently. It only goes bing bong. I
That doesn't help me.
Can't catch
don't know
me.
how to describe it like that. Also, who is banging on something outside? What do you want?
Oi, bruv, it's the Minge police. We're here for your Minge.
Thought Tom's was a brand. No, it's also just a guy's name.
You might be thinking of Tim's, because that's a thing, right?
Yeah, but that's short for Timberlands. So that's not the brand.
Yo.
Then
you
there's
must be
Tim
Masato.
Tams. But that's
Yes,
Australian.
which is just... That's just the Australian version of a penguin biscuit.
Alex was nibbling your neck. Oh, looking over. Alex,
Which way do I look to look at you?
This way, the way that you're currently looking.
Okay, that... Well, I mean, that's at you because you're on that monitor.
You having a cheeky nibble, mate?
I'm having a cheeky sniff.
An Oni.
Oh,
How do I
yeah.
smell?
Not the one that robbed you, though, so, chill.
Unshowered.
That's what I figured you'd say.
Sorry. I'm still a bit on edge.
smell like a
after the
leaf, Claire.
incident. So anyway, here's
That's
what happened.
Park, not me.
I was just out transporting
That's
some
sweet
goods
eyes at
when
this
a group
point.
of Ronin suddenly attacked me.
They're a couple that leagues together, stays together. I don't know. Except actually,
Well, then
probably
that-
not. I feel like that would be a great way to destroy a relationship like IKEA.
Right. What do you mean like IKEA?
IKEA is famous for getting people upset at each other.
I love IKEA.
Yeah,
It's
but
not the first
not
time
with a
that's
partner.
happened to me. Usually you just
Yeah?
some Mora and they'll leave you alone. At least you don't lose your goods that
Are you
way.
saying you won't go to IKEA with me?
Tim's, that's a thing, right, Joe? Actual rotting corpse? What do you mean? Why is that old of me to say?
Because they were in fashion for a while.
But this
I don't
time was
fucking know
different.
fashion. I just
weren't
wear
willing to
graphic
talk
tees
things
and
over.
short shorts. Well,
Instead,
not even
they
short
took
shorts,
my
basketball
things and
shorts.
They started coming for me.
You're asking a millennial about fashion. It's not gonna happen.
I will look good someday and post pics.
And then I will drool.
I don't play with her, honestly. She plays more than me at this point.
What the fuck is going on out there? I'm gonna have a look.
Aloe's right, fuck. I wear socks. What does wearing socks have to do with League Park?
I got down on my knees and begged. Said I had a family to care for, and then I saw that there was an Oni among the group. But instead, he stopped.
Then
The others
also,
and
I
told
got
them to
distracted.
let me
This
go.
dude's talking about fucking coming and finishing off and stuff. Goddamn.
Yeah, that got them all arguing with
Looks
each
like
other.
Aloe is giving
His
you a
cohort
hickey.
said that I was sure to retaliate.
League
if they
automatically
released me.
makes you gay squared. Does it? League is very, very straight in my mind.
Yeah, it is.
But the young Oni was insistent
saying
that they
Rocket
shouldn't
League
lay a
is gay.
finger on me. Things got
I
real
mean,
heated.
Valorant.
Rocket League is less
I thought
gay
they
and
were gonna come
more
to blows.
for children.
It's like saying Valorant is gay then.
Valorant straight.
Yep.
Well, okay, I get what you mean. Rocket League's kind of straight too, but more child coded.
Literally, when we were in VC with Park playing it, you were like, you're playing a straight boy game.
Luckily, they let me escape
you
with my
can't even-
life in the end.
Well, yeah,
And I
but
scrambled to
also
get
child
myself
game.
here, where
It's
I'd be
both.
safe.
Goo
It's-
gaga, suck
I
my
never wanna
nuts.
set
It's
foot outside
ball
of here again.
plus par.
Yep.
I like Valorant League. I know, Park, you're straight. We know this.
Valorant upsets me. Mainly because everyone on it is
So
toxic and
he'll steal,
cringe.
but he won't harm people. Seems he has
Same with
some sort of
CS.
standards. Did he say why they were robbed?
Surely it was Mora, right? I mean, I can't say for sure. It's not like I asked.
Ugh. Do you have
This just
any
means that
idea
we
where
can't
they
do
went?
that, like,
I have no
joke
clue.
stream
But
idea that
I
we
think
had.
they're pretty active in the
Philly.
No, we
Tatsuna
can.
area.
No,
You weren't gonna go after
because
them,
it would
are
collapse.
You? Seriously, I'd
us.
advise against it.
What do you mean it would collapse
They're all
us?
heavily armed.
Because you said that it's bad, like, it's probably awful for relationships.
Oh, League? Well, okay.
Yeah.
I think you, like, we've played Mario Party together and that was fine. If, like, all we played was Mario Party or something, we'd probably get fucking, like, angry. Same with
Probably
League.
'cause
Like,
we get tired of it.
in moderation is probably fine, but, like, too much of it and it's just gonna be like, why the fuck weren't you top lane? And, you know, yelling about stuff like that.
And that
don't
is why I
worry,
don't
it's
touch
just a bunch of
Unite.
no-name scumbags.
No, I would love
it
it if you played Unite. Because,
Unite
again,
Makes me
Again,
upset.
I just need people to not, like, go in the jungle when you're a tank. It's very easy to not fuck up at Unite. I'm not gonna, like... I'm not the kind of MOBA player who's gonna be like, oh, hey, you lost that fight, you totally should have won that fight. Like, it's the fight. You can lose, it happens, but don't, like, be somewhere you're obviously not supposed to be.
If these two islands
I need
are where
them
they
to make
tend
a game
hang
where the
around,
objective
we're
doesn't
sure
feel
to run into
pointless.
them at Nazuchi Beach sooner or later.
What do you mean? The objective of MOBAs is literally just, like, score points, kill the enemy.
Yeah, but, like, because of how goddamn slow it is, I feel like I'm doing nothing. The
Well, right,
entire
and
time.
that's why you play Unite and not League, because League is fucking 40 minutes of bullshit.
Yeah, but Unite still feels really slow. Like, the gameplay is just slow, and I don't like that.
Don't
Oh boy, wow,
No,
it's really
it-
starting to
it
pick
really
up.
isn't.
Quick,
It
come
goes
on,
Neo.
Come on, come on,
No, it goes, oh, I need my walker.
My knees, my back,
They gotta pass through here sometime.
my
Let's just hang tight for a
scapula.
while.
Give me some Panadol.
If I'm not mistaken, they'll be showing.
Yeah.
It's the sound of the Nintendo Switch on live support.
I remember when there was only 150 Pokemon. Things were better in those days.
I remember when the Switch could run games instead of clouding them.
Yeah, there they are. And one of them has horns.
Downloading Maple Story. Maple Story's cute.
All right, it's go time.
I wish 2
Let's
was
get 'em.
better and still running. I've talked about this with Mick and you, and it would be fun someday to just get, like, some sort of, like, modded private server for Maple Story just so we could, like, play it, but also it would be, like, way faster and we wouldn't have to spend,
Looks
like,
you
10 million
fellas aren't
years
going down without a fight.
doing
Fine by me.
every single side
Fight
quest and
first,
grinding and
talk
bullshit.
later.
I remember when Dota was a Warcraft mod. Yeah, I remember when Counter-Strike was a Half-Life mod. No, I don't. I wasn't even born.
Off we go.
Oh my god.
Solidify.
What?
I don't even have a great frame of reference for that stuff, but just hearing you say I wasn't even born just ages me.
I could say that about the GameCube.
What's that?
I could say that about the GameCube.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware of that.
Listen, my first console was a Game Boy Advance, so that thing was older than me when I got it.
Can't catch me.
Defeated the wet
Hey,
end.
don't even think about running.
I'm dying.
And then we got wet Ito in the
It's
rain.
me, Arataki Ito, descendant of the
2,000-year-old
Crimson
Eldritch
Oni.
being Joe. No, that's Jesus.
I know. who
No,
you are.
I'm not the Eldritch being. I'm the Elden being.
From the day we are born, every blue Oni knows their purpose. We all know our fate is one of self-sacrifice. But what about the Crimson Oni, You don't know anything about us. Not our miserable history, or any of our names. Mine's Takuya, by the way. But you don't even care, do you? Because
hate
those
these
who get
cringe lords on their
sacrificed should be
stilts.
forgotten, right?
Hinge Lords on their stilt.
No,
Yeah,
you're
me when
wrong.
I have to
I
use a
never knew
stool
the
to
Blue
reach the
Oni
top
had
shelf.
survived to this day, and the moment I
What-
found
what
out,
are you
I
even
was
talking
determined that I
about?
would find you.
What?
Cringe Lords on stilts.
Yeah, there's like an enemy that builds like a little stool for itself so they can stay off the ground.
Oh yeah, the shaman things.
It
Didn't
is
already have an
exactly
NPC
that
model.
NPC
Between our
model.
two
Who?
factions.
He still gets
I assume
horns.
you also
Like
remember the
he has the
pride we
unique
share as
model.
Oni.
He's just not like designed like a main character.
Ooh.
The other Oni,
So my question
Ito's
is,
boyfriend,
how could a
when
proud
it's not
Oni like
Goro.
yourself go and abuse the weak
I was
and
gonna say
plunder
that
the
literally just
innocent?
is Goro.
Why break the oath that our kind swore all those years ago?
I remember when
Half-Life 3
Half-Life 3 was a
topic in
relevant
gaming.
discussion.
Huh?
Valve and the number 3 is always a relevant
Who are
discussion.
you to talk about pride and oaths with me? The blue Oni gave up everything.
But the Steam
Just so
Deck
the
came out, so that
Crimson
distracted
Oni
everyone.
could live peacefully in human society. But let me ask you,
I really want one of them.
Arataki Ito, what exactly
Well, what?
do you contribute to
The Steam
human
Deck.
society? You're a blundering fool
How much are
who
they?
can't hold down a real job.
It
a
depends on how much
laughingstock
storage
of
you
the
buy.
town. And worse still, you let them get your
I think the
vision from
cheapest
the
model
vision
is
hub
like
Protecting the
around
Oni pride?
£350 to
You
like
wouldn't know how
$400.
if you tried.
But
Okay.
it's stinky ass
disgrace to
slow
the Oni
eMMC
kind.
storage. So if I was gonna get one, I'd go for the 512
None
gig
of that
model
stuff's a
because that
big deal.
also comes with
I
an
mean-
anti-reflective coating display.
You're really hanging me out to
So,
dry here,
gaming.
man.
Do you really do that much handheld though?
Yeah.
Since when do you care
Well, the
what
Steam
other
Deck
people
is a
think?
handheld.
You just
Right,
do
but
whatever
I don't
you
know,
want.
it's useless
not
to
like
me because
anyone
of
can
that.
Stop you.
It's useful to me
Do you
because I
have
like playing
any
handheld.
Idea of the kind of life my kin and I have lived while
Even
you've
if I'm
been
not going
hanging
out, I
around
just
in
like to
human
play on my Switch in
society.
bed.
I do. It's Switch in bed, but I still do that on a TV.
We were cut off from the
Yeah,
rest
well,
of the
my
world.
TV is too
We
small for
severed
me to be
all
able to see from my
contact with
bed.
it. And since then, we've had no place to live.
You've got one that fills
no
a room.
stable source of food.
It only fills most of the wall.
My TV is like the
No
size of my
clothing,
Xbox.
no
I can't
medicine,
see this thing.
Nothing.
So, that's why you joined a band of thieves?
That's right.
Luke's still on his horny
Why
arc.
should I accept that life?
But also, I just like
Holding
handheld.
fast
Even
to
if I had a big
worthless oath
TV, I'd
is
still
supposed to
want
help
to
me
use it.
provide for my family and friends. I've abandoned our Oni pride. It's meaningless. I want to live.
You know
I've
what?
given
Actually,
everything that I've stolen
that's
from
that's a
humans to
that's
my
a benefit.
community.
You can use the
What I've
TV
taken
while I
will
play
at least
handheld.
keep them from starving and ease their pain.
I suppose. I do have two TVs.
That's what matters most to me.
Yeah, but it's not like I'm gonna be able to see the other one from in your bed.
Besides, the blue Oni
Actually, you could,
sacrificed
probably
themselves
just
so
fine.
that Oni could be accepted as part of human
It'd be
society.
difficult to see everything from that far away, though.
I think you'd still be okay. You might run into
I-
some of the text being a bit small.
If people see Oni
Yeah, no,
causing
I will,
trouble
because
My
again,
room isn't
TV
that big
I have-
though.
defeat the whole
Yeah, but
purpose of the
neither's mine. But my
sacrifice
TV
you
that I
made.
have here is a 32-inch, and I I can't see this thing from my bed at all.
You make a good point. The blue Oni are the bad guys, so we're expected to do bad things. Unless, of course, this bonehead decides it'd be a great idea to take all the blame for himself, completely destroying the trust between humans and the Crimson Oni in the process.
You say that as if it's some sort of like
the sacrifice we made.
life-ruining decision that I've
I
made.
only had to do that because of you. I
No,
couldn't
that's
just
fine.
stand back and let the Tenryo Commission drag you away.
I can't believe you'd play handheld
You should
mode.
get your
Life ruined.
priorities straight.
French man say pretty words.
Yeah, I can do that too.
Go for it.
The blue
Bitch.
Oni are history, alright? Forget about us.
I was gonna say
Crimson
all
Oni
your
the
words are
ones who
pretty.
must live on.
Huh?
Why couldn't you
You
just
got a
nice
stay
voice.
out of this?
No.
Yeah.
Mm.
1 out of 10. Wow.
There they are. Seize them.
Oh no!
I mean, that's what I was going for.
Get it. This was a waste of time anyway. Look, I don't expect you to understand me, but you could at least take a look in the mirror sometime.
Hey! Hey!
Fucking traveler with
He
his
got away!
default smile.
Oh, we need
We can't get caught here.
I saw that.
Aloe blushing, he do be.
Looks like I'm up to bat. Just
I
wait here.
have the
We'll
button.
escape
I just
together
keep
when the
forgetting
time's
that I have
right.
the button.
Whatever you do, don't attack any of the Tenryo Commission, or they'll be after
It's
you
not
too.
difficult to get that out.
You're fine. Maybe someday on like the iPhone 22 we'll have like tech that can actually detect blush.
We already do.
Not good though.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
but there's like
We won't get away this
you can
time.
set
Just give
in
yourself
VC
up
face
while we're
for
talking.
specific. You can program face specific.
I know, but
reactions
it's not
to
good.
face.
Who wants some of this?
Yeah, but I could make it like an extreme reaction, so it only happens when I really wanted to.
Well, maybe someday you can get all that working for me. Maybe it'll just come with better face tech, but I tried it, it wasn't good.
I have plans anyway to just whenever I get an
Really came out in
Elgato foot
force
switch,
today.
that was going to be one of the
Still
things that I
haven't
linked to it.
completely recovered from the bean attack earlier. I'm starting to lose my
Thermal
edge
mechanics.
here. No way.
I'd rather
All
not
that would do is
attach
send them
pads
after
to
our
my
blue Oni
face.
friends instead. But I have to settle things with them first, man to man.
That would be a lot. Yeah. Get a fucking mocap suit and like an iPhone on a thing around your neck, like Code Miko, so that you can do all that, and then fucking like hook up electrodes to your body to like measure your temperature.
If I'm doing full body stuff, I would not use an iPhone.
She still does
choice
though.
but to keep
That's what she
kicking
does.
some
She has
Tenryo butt.
her mocap suit, and then she has one of the good iPhones like on a thing around her neck.
Hey, boss. Thought you'd have all the fun without
I
us.
would rather use a
Granny
Connect,
only sent
honestly,
us.
because
We're here to lend a
I
hand.
have already.
I
figured
don't
out
think
the
they're that good.
I've
Maybe we
already
can't
figured
take
out the
them,
tech for it
but we
though.
can sure slow him down. Now's your chance. Go.
I already
Hey,
have
I told
it.
you to stay out of this one.
Well,
I just don't
we're
have
in
a
it
powerful
now.
enough computer to
come
deploy
on,
it.
there's no time.
I
I
swear
have-
to God, the Hillage Shell just said your mom.
Go, do what you gotta do.
All right, watch yourselves.
Yes, Poof, I understand that
no
the
way that
body
didn't
heats
happen.
up.
For you. Come on, you two. Time to roll.
I don't want to say, but there's like some. I like how my fucking glowy face is just there.
Don't let them get away.
Huh?
After them.
You know how Ito has the glowy face on his back?
No. Because I haven't
he-
played this in a long
Hey,
time because I just
you
have
guys
my
want
European
some of
account that
this?
I
He has the
abandoned.
glowy face on
Plenty
his
to
back,
go
and it keeps just
around.
like getting left places in the cutscenes.
Run
Oh.
for it, boss.
Oh, I can see. Yeah.
As boss of the Arataki gang, getting rescued by my own boys feels pretty humiliating. I promise to never let you down, boys. All right, we've got some footprints to follow. Let's find
Don't ever
Taku.
let down or
Is
give
it
them
just
up.
me or
I just had an
carts and
idea with
goods?
the thing the Plouf said. It just
Look
made me
alive,
think.
we've got company.
Right. Boner tracking.
Vince, press the advantage.
What is the end result? Your face blushes?
Order guide you.
No, it tracks your boner.
Like you play like a nosebleed emote?
It's a stat track. It just
Oh.
kills you.
Just a Just a counter that goes up.
Seems they definitely
Yeah,
don't
just
want
on
us going
stream.
any further. Let's see
You,
what's
you
waiting
play
for
Camp
us
Buddy
up
on
ahead.
stream, and then you have that with you.
That's dangerous.
Besides the footprints, there are other
What
signs
do you
of
mean
life
it's
here
dangerous?
too. Must be plenty going on around here.
I mean, one Camp Buddy on stream is dangerous to begin with.
All right. This is
Discord.
gonna be where they keep all the.
Yeah, I know.
Takuya's probably in there as well.
Huh? Fire away. Of course I. But it takes a world-class blockhead like Takuya to think. So I'm here to save him no matter what.
Yeah, again, that's just gonna have to be secret streams.
Yeah. I do still need to buy it.
I think I just saw that like the Scoutmaster thingy came out.
It is. Yeah. It came out like a week ago.
So Falcon Jed can have their Scoutmaster time.
All acquired by less.
I was
legitimate
surprised
means.
when I looked
Already has
on.
some.
More reason we gotta put an end to this.
Jed hasn't been like on Final Fantasy all day today, which is unusual.
I saw him on it.
Well, he's not now, and he wasn't earlier. Normally, it's like literally every time I look on Discord, like there he is playing Final Fantasy.
I saw him on it. Like this morning, before I went to work. I think.
Over there. We can't go up if we can't reach them.
No problemo.
When I
That'll be
start
what this
typing, Park
mechanism's for.
stop, and Park starts, I stop.
What?
And you guys DMing. You simping over the Frenchman.
I mean, that's what I do though. Like, if I see someone else typing while I'm typing, then I'll stop.
Sometimes, and sometimes I don't.
Can't catch me.
Well, it's because I worry that, like, I might interrupt their point if I come up with, like, another thought.
Oh, it's moving.
Cause you soft, bruv.
Oh, it's moving.
Yeah.
See? What did I tell you? Just trust my instincts.
Get over there.
Having our conversation a month, maybe more. I mean, that's just, like, me with 90% of the people on my DM list. I spoke to Sweet Ice for the first time today in DMs. So,
Charge! Press the.
Hey yo.
Who wants some of this?
she followed me on SoundCloud, so I was like, what are you doing?
Hello, Sweet confirmed.
I just said what happened. She followed me on SoundCloud, so I was just like, what are you doing?
Why are you mad at her for following you on SoundCloud?
Because I don't like it when people find my SoundCloud.
It's not hard.
I know.
It's your same fucking name. What do you mean?
Yes, but I don't like it.
I swear you even had it linked at one point.
I still do.
Then why are you mad?
Because I want people to look at my other stuff. I'm insecure about my music.
Then don't link it.
It's the same name.
You confound me, Twink.
Confound these balls.
I did. I found them in your pants. That's the sound it makes when I grab them.
Oh, that's the sound it makes when death. I feel exactly. I want people to look at my YouTube and my Twitch. I'm not.
Okay, but you can't link it and then get mad if someone finds it.
Here I can. Because I don't expect people to look at it.
Oh, it was Park's fault.
I knew it. I literally. What was it? I said. Where is it? I said willing to bet it's because of Park since he found my SoundCloud. And she was like,
well, yeah.
No. And I was like, well, it has to be.
I mean, you can't really expect couples to not share things.
I can.
Yeah. Not how a healthy relationship works.
Must be holding on to them for leverage. All right, let's get him out.
I'm now trying to think of examples of things that we have shared, and I cannot.
I don't know.
Exactly. Throw us at a monk.
Order guys.
She's listening to a recent song that led to a remix. Didn't tell her she just found it. I mean, that's kind of what she said. She just typed it in all caps and very quickly, so I couldn't read it.
My fucking camera doing?
I'm tempted to release.
I did something and then I get like black text pop up. You free everyone inside. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Yep, cheers.
Sorry, but have you seen our little boy?
Calm down, dear.
I'm tempted to release the thing I finished recently as a single instead of an EP, but I feel like that's just going to lead me down the same rabbit hole I've been down a bajillion times.
Have you seen him? Where
Is that the one you shared with me?
Is he all right?
Huh?
Don't worry.
Is that
Safe
the one
and
you
sound.
shared with me?
Someone's looking after him now on Yashiori Island.
Which
I
one?
can show you where on the map.
The song.
Yeah,
He's been worried about you.
You were
but
the
I
one
finished
who
the mixing
saved
on it.
No, no, please, no. No need to
sounds
thank me.
basically
It's,
identical.
Before you go calling me a hero, let me ask
But
you
it
this.
sounds different enough
Wouldn't
to me
any
that
other
I care.
self-respecting guy who...
Really? Just one?
Ow!
These vagrants are insatiable. No one dares stand up to them for fear of what they might.
Would they really do?
No, actually, because
When you
one
said,
of the guys.
is that the one you said with me? I
Oh,
thought you were talking
in
about
fact,
Rabbit Hole.
His horns.
At night, he
Which
would
one's Rabbit
secretly
Hole?
bring us food. And are you a friend of his? Oh, maybe there's something secretly troubling him.
let me put it this way. There are a few things he
I
needs
don't
to
like. I don't
straighten out
remember
in his
what
head,
it was
and
named. The
I'm
one
here
that
to
you said.
point him in the
No,
right direction.
I'm
glad
not
to
even
hear
gonna
that.
try.
Don't worry. He'll be in my trusty hand.
Am
Anyway,
I having a
you should
senior
scram.
moment?
It's still not
Yeah.
safe here.
Okay.
Yes, thanks again. You've rescued our entire family.
Senior moment.
Huh. Child.
Well,
made
you
some
know.
Poor choices.
Relatively apt
Anyway,
description.
let's get going. We still have time.
I don't know what that word means.
Relatively accurate.
You're not senior.
Relatively.
You mean relatively?
You.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
We are both in our 20s.
For now.
Shush.
Give it a bit and I'll be joining the fucking Oldsters Club with Mick and Ewan.
Don't bother me.
Yet.
Let me yet.
Who knows when it might
that-
do.
Can't catch me.
You say that as if one day I'm just gonna be like, oh, you're old, I can't.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, that'll
leave.
probably be when my like 16th liver spot shows up.
A what?
Liver spots, I don't even know what they are, really. But it's like when old people get like spots on them.
But does it do anything bad?
I mean, it's not an it does something thing. It's more of like this is the result of something else, I think. But I don't actually know. I don't know if they're bad or if they're just like discoloration.
Well, it's not like I can see it.
Well, yeah,
I can't see your liver.
it's not on my liver. It's on my skin. Liver,
What?
like, have you not seen like spotty old people?
No.
I mean, I don't know how else to describe it.
You said liver spots. I assume that meant it was on the liver.
That's a fair assumption. I don't know why they're called that. Probably because like your liver is failing or something.
Well, all I can say to that is my flatmate's liver is failing, and he isn't
No.
very spotty.
I tell him to drink cranberry juice.
It's genetic. He can't do anything about it. So instead, he drinks alcohol.
Oh yeah, because that'll definitely help.
No, he's not thinking like, oh, there's a help. He'll just think like, oh, well, I assume I'm.
I hope
gonna
not,
live
because
forever.
obviously it wouldn't.
No, he's just thinking like, oh, well, life's short.
I guess.
Also, literally, I told you about the person that I ID'd earlier that's like basically your age, and she called me a baby, so I guess.
Because you are.
No.
You're a cute little baby.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know why you admitted that to me, by the way.
What do you mean?
I don't know, it seems like unnecessarily like giving up information and just giving me ammo.
Because it made me think of you.
Aw.
Mainly because she was like your age, so... She was your age and she called me a baby, so I was like, well, I can't not.
This is the place. The jig's up. Surrender while you can.
Teamwork is teamwork.
Lil baby aloe.
Oh, coming through. Attaboy.
That's not
the two opposites of your reality, where sometimes you're a large man with balls and nuts, sometimes you're a baby.
With balls and nuts.
A long time ago, I picked up this
Gotta
rare
have
paper
both.
charm. It's what makes it so special
Both
is
of
that
these
if you tear
nuts.
one piece, the other piece starts tearing too.
Newsflash, don't care about your cute little origami obsession.
What's the French guy's name again? She's lost interest in the dream. She's moving on.
Well, I mean, to be fair, she does get to know me outside of it. I was seeing if I could find it quick. I don't remember though, Mama.
You better stay where you are and let me. Aren't you curious what the other piece
Delta
is used for?
Kush, something like that.
Delta
It's now the
Rune.
critical component of the mechanism, and when it gets torn, this place goes up in
No.
smoke.
What? You're gonna blow this whole place up?
Oh, don't worry about me. I made sure that I've got an escape route. The rest of you, though, you've had your fun. Now it's goodbye. My paper charm! Where's my paper charm?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you
Are
just
looking
yawn?
for this?
We bit.
Yes, that's it. But when
Caught
did
it
you...
and it's upsetting me because it's making me yawn.
No.
I snatched it
no.
earlier to stop you from doing anything hasty.
Yawning is contagious.
I'm gonna steal your air, mate.
What, from 4,000 miles away? Good luck.
Yeah.
You're going to betray me?
You're one to talk. What about burying everyone here? If you ask me, that sounds like you've already betrayed our agreement, no?
You can't steal my air. I'm asthmatic.
Give it here.
I need it.
You done talking now? Huh? You sure? Great, because I'm done listening. Yeah! Great work, Takuya. You arrived in the nick of time.
Okay, hold on. Do I need to look this guy up on my phone?
Yes. I
Oh.
don't know.
He is.
I gotta see.
Icon is fucking what's his name? Akira.
Ugh.
He's fine. I don't know. Not really doing much for me.
Stay away from
Go away,
I said stay
Audible.
away, or I'll tear.
Hey!
Why does my ad
okay,
blocker not
okay.
work?
Fine, just calm down.
Just because I
I'm
won't
getting
let
beat to
him
death
blow
in
this
Genshin
place
while I'm trying to look at this
doesn't
guy.
mean that I won't
To
do
be
it
fair, Plume,
myself.
I'm not hearing him, but just looking at him. He's just a regular man.
Oh my god, since when did Twitch start
Unless you
doing
want to get buried,
2
you
adverts?
should leave this place now.
Always,
Take
I don't know.
everyone here and get out.
You won't go through with it.
Okay, I'm
If you
looking
were
at
that
him.
cruel,
He's
then
just,
why bother
he looks like
protecting
every other
every
Twitch
person
streamer,
you've come
honestly.
across?
Yeah.
Huh?
Checking to see if I approve.
I'm not here to reason
Nice
with
voice
you.
crack.
I
Go!
can think of plenty.
Get out of here!
What, me?
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I can think of plenty of other streamer boys that are here.
This sacrifice is mine to make. Mine alone. Why couldn't you just
Wait, no.
stay out of
He
it?
doesn't stream.
No one needs to
Shiro.
sacrifice themselves.
Chiro, Aaron, Park, Alec,
All right.
Oh.
Then you tell me.
Alex
What am I
again.
supposed to do?
No.
I've tarnished our Oni pride and abandoned our ancestors' oath. Only sacrifice can restore my pride now. I chose
Can't
this
say
path
these
so I could
things.
provide for my fellow Oni. I was ready to
Bad
die from the
bitch.
very beginning. This is between us blue Oni.
Okay, you can't say those things either.
If it wasn't for you, everything would have worked out perfectly.
They're here. We won't let them slip away this time.
Hey, Tenryo Commission! I'm the one you're looking for. You're the ones in charge of detaining criminals in human society, right?
Gotta get Mama's
I'm
approval.
sure you can tell who the criminal is here.
Yes, I do.
It's like he's trying to
But
reenact
sure.
a fairy tale.
I mean, you have it.
Sacrificing himself for the Crimson Oni.
Yeah.
Ignore him. He doesn't know
Listen.
what he's talking about. It's me.
If your mom
looking for, and
doesn't
here I am.
ship
How are you ever gonna
you
report
with
back without
someone else,
capturing me?
then they're not a good enough mom.
Stop fooling
Whoa.
around, Ito.
I don't know.
Listen, Takuya, sacrificing yourself won't solve anything. Your sacrifice can't protect me or your fellow Oni. And sacrificing yourself is one way to escape your fate, but the only one you'll be setting free is yourself. Listen to me. You want to be the tough guy? Huh? Well, this is the coward's way out. Don't let your sacrifice stain our Oni pride.
You already have my
there you go.
approval. I know.
The blue Oni have been scraping the
I
bottom of
know,
the barrel all
I'm just
these years.
saying.
We've made mistakes, but we can make up for them. Fate hasn't been kind to the Oni? Well then let's tear it up and start over. But before any of that can happen, you need to get yourself behind me and forget about all that self-sacrifice stuff.
I need to get a
Now
permission
let's
slip
go.
from my parents first.
We're
though.
not done talking about this.
Nah, mate, we're kidnapping you.
Takuya!
They can have a ransom letter and cope.
I would actually be down for that.
Yeah, I know he would.
The other thing is, you've got to make it sound like you're the most American to ever live.
I have 7 guns pointed at your son right now.
I'll take care of this.
I hope
There are
not.
still people in danger. Go, help them.
You're the one who said most American.
Hey, I got this.
Yeah, in the letter.
He will eat nothing but cheeseburgers for the rest of his life.
That's more what I meant.
We'll take him to church every Sunday.
Go! It's what I deserve!
That's
Shut
not
up,
so much.
would ya?
Because that's probably something that Ashley approve of. They're not Christian, but if they knew I was gay, they probably would be.
I get what you mean, but I like that, I don't know. I like that thought process.
We managed to save everyone.
Well, I mean, they had to
What about Ito
at
and
least
Takuya?
deal with it a little bit in order to get married.
I guess, or you could not.
Well, they did do. Because it was 2001.
A Space Odyssey.
That's gonna hurt tomorrow.
A Twink Odyssey.
Twink Odyssey, Ayo. Mario Odyssey mod, but it's Twink.
What's up with the looks on your faces? I said we'd be okay, didn't I? I'm sure I'd be looking a whole lot sharper right now if it wasn't for that brutal bean attack of yours earlier.
I was just trying to think if I would like the game more if that was true, but nah.
Yes, Alex, you would. If you replaced Mario with a blonde twink, would be so into that game. Are you kidding me?
I'm the guilty one here.
You
Can't say
like
these things.
literally.
Deserve this.
I've come to realize that fucking clouds your judgment. Like, well, that isn't a great way to put it, but you know what I mean. Like, it just fucking like bends you to the will of the game. You're like, blonde twink, yeah, I'll play it.
I mean,
we're
yeah,
Oni,
that's why
that's
I
why.
bought like half the
We share the
games, but
same
I still
blood,
like
brother.
Xenoblade regardless of whether Shulk is there or not.
See,
It's
but
just a
like,
bit bonus.
you know how like what, or at least I have this when I'm like, oh, like what's my favorite game in this series, and like half the time it's like the first one that I played because nostalgia, like nostalgia, and your first experience fucking like blinds you and literally changes your opinion. Blonde boys do the same thing to you.
No.
Yes, it's or another way to put it, it's like fucking like cats giving cat ladies parasites, and that's like what makes them crazy about cats. You're getting like blonde boy parasites.
Our parents and their parents before them
Listen,
never taught us
I
that it
can
was
like
okay
cats
to
and not
abandon
have a
family
parasite in my
need.
brain.
I just wish you'd
No,
come
I'm
and
not
find
saying
me
that
sooner.
everyone who likes cats has parasites, but I am saying that when you're an old lady with like 7 cats, they put parasites in your brain to make you like cats more.
Listen, they didn't put parasites in my brain to make me like Twinks more.
I don't know about that.
Turning you away.
What do you mean you don't know about that? I probably wouldn't be where I am.
Anyway, yeah, Calc, I guess we pulled you out of the hole with the Twink talk. How's Elden Ring? Or should I say appropriately aged Ring?
The blue
Owie.
Oni disappeared so
Because
that
he's
they
already
wouldn't
Elden.
bring
Got
trouble
him.
to the Crimson Oni.
Lol.
Toxoplasmosis, yeah, that's the one.
Wouldn't that just undo
Yeah, who
everything the
what
blue
now?
Oni have
That's
done?
the cat parasites. They get
Ow.
in your brain or your blood or something.
Get in your
Not to me.
balls.
I've always respected the blue Oni
I
for their
suck at
sacrifice.
it.
Nothing they did was
Calc, you
in
just
vain.
gotta get good.
Oh, you can't say that.
It's only because
What
of
do you
them that we
mean?
have survived to see today and built
I've
a
made it
world where
most of the
Oni
way
and
through.
Humans can live side by side.
No, I just mean like saying that is just probably the most straight boy gamer thing you can
Honestly,
possibly do.
Everything that I have now, I owe to
But
the
also
blue
consider
Oni.
I
Let me
need to
tell you,
give
the
Calc shit.
Inazuma of today wouldn't see you as a villain just because of the
Yeah,
color of your
you can-
horns.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
You say all that, but
You remember the pack, don't you? We're not supposed to suck up to the humans. Every member of the Arataki gangs had a tough
Suck at
time
what?
trying to
Elden
fit
Ring.
in.
You started playing Elden Ring, Mama. Or again, his age ring,
Fish oil ring.
fish oil ring, take your pills ring.
I'll get you a ring-shaped
Take Akira, for
pillbox.
example. He snores like you wouldn't believe. Or Genta. He's got a serious temper problem. Even Granny Oni. She got that name for taking me in as a kid.
Oh, okay.
We're all rejects
The
of
granny's not
outcasts
actually
in
an
some
Oni.
way, but
She just
we don't
is
care.
called that because she adopted him.
You want to talk about pride? Well, in
Ah.
our gang, we're
I mean,
proud to
that
welcome
makes sense,
anyone
'cause
who's
you
been
just
through
say no
adversity
horns.
with open arms.
Yeah.
Don't worry. The Arataki gang's
They couldn't be
already a
bothered
bunch
to
of
make more than 2
misfits.
unique models.
You really think you could cramp
And
our
one
style?
of them is, like Park said, they kind of phoned it in.
We've
If
dealt
they
with
did,
the Kairagi and the people they took captive. I assume
that would
two
mean
of
the
you
game
have
would go
finished
up
talking.
in capacity by at least
Based
400
on the findings of
gigabytes.
our investigation, I hereby announce that you are officially
Well,
under
but you know,
arrest
like
for
they could have
forceful
made, they could have
seizure of
given him like
people
a
and
better
property.
design, and then he could like
Please do
become
not
playable
attempt to
eventually.
resist.
Like several of the other characters where that's happened.
All
lazy.
stolen articles will be reclaimed. That means we'll be seizing all the goods
Why
you
would they
passed
do
on
that
to
for
your
free?
kin.
Give them
Because
money.
then
and
they
they'll
will
consider it.
make you pay money for him eventually.
no.
Give them
please
money and they'll
don't.
consider it.
Without the
It's all right.
I mean,
Takuya.
Ito's
Those
better
goods never
anyway.
belong to us anyway. Don't
No
worry.
pin emoji.
I'll help take care of your kin. Now
Yeah,
that I know the
exactly.
situation, I'll personally make sure they never.
I mean, he
suffer
does.
again.
He paints his horns, so I'm assuming everything else is painted on too.
What do you mean he paints them? Maybe they're
They-
just that color.
No, they said the red-blue thing is paint, so they must be like, I would assume like brown or something normally, and then
Might want to
they
put your
painted them,
grand
make
plans on
them
hold
flashier.
there. You're under arrest too
Stinky.
for numerous assaults on the Tenryo commission officer.
Oh, yeah. I guess I.
But
forgot
I
about
you know,
that.
that's really not that weird. Like, we do that with nails. It's the thing that people do.
But no worries. I'll put my gang on the case.
Yeah, still.
We've already arrested them too.
Oh.
That's
Yeah, I guess it's up to you then, traveler.
I haven't done that yet.
And thanks.
As for you two,
Nah, eventually.
lending them your aid when you knew full well that
Oh,
it
Shiro,
means that the
you're
culpability
done
extends to you too.
shockingly early.
Did you know that you left your Discord stream on the entire time? After
Oh,
I was
hey, you know
done.
what? Cass is doing... Oh, no, never mind. Cass is doing Legends, not Kingdom Hearts.
Nope, I forgot. I am not surprised.
Shiro, I'm a little upset that
given
you
your
didn't
unique
look at a guide for
circumstances,
those beginning
and in light of the
choice
complexity
bullshit
of this
things,
case,
because now you're
we
gonna,
won't
like,
listen.
not get Leaf Guard until
Hey,
fucking
wait,
level 50 or something.
Unique circumstances. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right. See you next time. Whenever that'll be.
It's... I will cope, but
Holy shit.
I don't know. I was talking to Mom about it. It's real fucking boomer to do that thing anyway, and they still did it in Kingdom Hearts 3 just because that's what they're used to.
Well, he's pretty.
It'll make the experience more interesting. I mean, you are playing on like normal mode, I assume, right? So like, it's not the end of the world. Like, I think Park, when he was doing critical, also ended up with like a bad like build, and then so he was fucking like fighting endgame bosses. Wait, you were playing on... Oh my god, you are playing on proud mode? Hero!
Why can't they just call it normal, easy, hard? What do any of these things mean?
Because they're Japanese.
Yes, they did.
That's how I feel about it when you guys call it, like, sophomore, Dsmore, whatever it is, I don't know. It's like, why would you give it fancy names when you could just call it year 1, 2, 3, 4, like normal people?
Oh, because it's like fucking Greek life bullshit or something.
If you ask me, I'd say he's like one of those little Oni Kabuto you kids, though he looks fierce
The hardest
on the
difficulty,
outside.
you are gonna
He has a kind
feel
heart.
a Park
He's not a delinquent,
moment.
but he'll never
Because
back
he
down from a
would spend like 6 hours on one boss and then not get through it and then
yeah.
turn it off and then come back.
I
the
guess
next day
he's
and
not.
do it again.
I guess he's not streaming right now because he's saving for a PC instead of paying for Lightroom. But he never.
He's playing it right now.
I saw he was playing Kingdom Hearts right now, but I don't know. Park, if you're still here, chime in. Are you like trying to beat Zemnis? Like, what are you doing?
I don't really get it, but it sounds like a.
He made it to like the
Owie.
last phase of the last boss on 2 and has like been stuck there, unless he's now gotten past that.
Thank you, Granny, for taking care of our little boy.
He took my recommendation for a PC, so it might take him a bit longer for him to get there. But it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
solid
I
in the
caught
long
most of that.
Yes.
You know, it's
you
just
needn't worry.
mainly
It's
just
time we
whinging
started
because I don't want him
heading
to buy something that's going to be
We'll be sure
underpowered.
to visit again soon.
Yeah, no, I mean that's important to consider, right? Like, spend a little
I'm
more,
glad
save a
that
little more, rather
everything
than
was resolved in the
getting
end.
something shitty that
Things
then you
were
have to
looking quite
buy something
dire,
else sooner.
But now the future
Yeah,
looks
the best
bright.
way that I could put everything into
Wonderful. As for
context
the
was just
blue
like,
Oni,
hey,
just
look at these
leave
funny
them to me.
numbers. You see how that one says 12,000 and that one says 22,000?
Besides,
That's
once
$400.
Ito is- Oh, yes. And you know what? I think that's what he does whatever he put back when I took him in. Everyone, but I've
Whenever
never
my
been
student
ashamed
finances
of
come
this
through, I'm
name,
going to sort
because
out a
Ito-
PC for myself because I need it desperately.
A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a
cutscene.
crimson Oni and a blue Oni. They were the best of
Did
friends.
Genshin story finally update?
The
I'm
crimson Oni
doing
wanted to be friends with the
character
humans,
quests, not main
so the
story.
blue Oni played the
They
role
did
of the
give
naughty
like
kid.
literally like one quest as kind
And
of like
then
an
he left.
interlude sort of thing. The next big story update is coming
After a long
whenever
time,
Sumeru
the crimson
releases,
Oni was
which...
living happily with the humans.
Do we know when
But in
Sumeru
his
is coming? Is that like
He wanted to
2.7?
bring the blue Oni back home.
Nope.
Well, I know you and I don't, but like Emma Park
The
or somebody
crimson
maybe
Oni
does.
didn't know where to
I
find
feel like
the
I'm
blue
already
Oni.
stuck here for 10
His
years.
search took him up the highest mountains and across the widest rivers.
God, this little Oni is so
He
cute.
found many traces of the blue
Gotta
Oni,
find this. I'm so
but the
tired
more
of
he
Genshin's
found,
cringe-ass
the
quests.
clearer it became. The
Jiro,
blue
I'm
Oni
excited
was
for us to play
hiding on
Genshin with you though
purpose.
next week.
So just as the blue Oni had once done, the crimson Oni left him a letter.
Dear Al, I've made lots of human friends now, and I want to have a big party for everyone.
Where the hell
I
is
want
that?
all my friends to be there. That means you too, Al.
Was he drinking a beer? He's a baby.
You can just watch from a distance.
Me when?
The blue
Can y'all
Oni
even play?
snuck
No,
back
okay,
to the village
Jiro, I've said this
and
like every
hid in the
time.
shadows.
Like,
He saw
no, we
the
can't
great
immediately
beast
play with
and
you. You have to get to
roaring
level 15 or
fire
something.
And longed to join in.
Even then, this is still not
But though
that
his
good of a
stomach
co-op
rumbled,
game. Like, we can
the
jump
blue
in and help
Oni
carry you
remembered the oath
through
of
some
old
stuff.
and
But
kept
a
his
lot of it is
distance.
just, like, we're just kind of hanging out together.
Suddenly, he jumped.
I think that'll still be
Crimson
really
Oni was right
valuable for you
behind
starting
him.
out, though, because it's complicated until you learn all the shit.
Hey, you're finally back.
Oh, he's so pretty.
Come on, I'll introduce you. It's time everyone met my best friend.
What the Google. I Google like a no, fuck off. Not you.
Wait, we level... No, he's not done yet. Or he's just go exploring. Yeah, I know, Serena. I know you and Ekaru are playing on Saturday. I kind of want to play with y'all.
I'm on the Genshin wiki, and there's just adverts for bras on the side.
They know what their people want.
Apparently ad blockers don't work in private browsers. That's cool.
Yeah, well, they probably can somehow, but they turn off by default. Finally finished Ito's quest, so now on to Ayato's.
I can't wait to not get there.
Alec, bruv.
What?
We still have 11 days on the event. Like, you could get through all the story quests.
I could
also, I don't know if you care, like, because I listen to the text and stuff. If you just skip the text, you'll get through way faster.
I do, but it's just, like, I'm upset that it makes me open 4 tabs to find something in a specific location just so I can move on to the next thing, and then I've got 7 more of these to get through.
Yeah.
That's correct. There's a requester who has submitted
Because
a designated commission.
quest is locked behind a quest, is locked behind a quest, is locked behind a quest.
There's no
Repeat
need
7
to worry.
times.
This commission is not dangerous
Until
by
you get
any
tired of
means.
this game's bullshit. Which happened like 5 months ago.
Oh, come to think of it, we haven't attended a festival in Inazuma for a while.
The Yashiro Commission and Lady Yae are responsible for all the festival preparations.
You know Miko. She always has some unusual ideas in her head. We better go to Grand Narukami.
I better double check that this is the right quest. I'm pretty sure it is.
Lady Yae is currently at Yae Publishing House in Hanamizaka, so there is no need to go all the way to the shrine.
Oh, well that's convenient enough.
There was some other thing that happened where I just, like, went to Inazuma off stream and it started, like, dragging me into some quest, and I was like, no, hold on. Unless that was the event. Because I can double
Got a going.
Alright, have fun girding. We'll see you around.
Yeah, her guys later. I will see you, her guys later.
Best flavor.
It's Calcitran typing.
I pressed go. That. Oh, yeah, no, hold on. These are different. I think I'm starting the wrong quest. Cuz yeah, I don't know, but this was so maybe it's not even Ayato's quest that I'm supposed to do. Maybe it's this one with Miko. Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, Bashiro and Calc, we know. Surprised it made it through all the hair and earwax, but we know you heard.
I heard that? Yeah, I know. I am insulting your typing.
He doesn't have time to type, he's gotta fucking beat Elden Ring.
No, he's gotta pay taxes.
Aratani and Kuroda.
How
are things coming along?
Do our taxes... I actually did mine already, but just in general, do our taxes.
I don't need mine doing. I need to go complain to HMRC about the fact that Lizzie has stolen money that is not hers.
Nah, I mean, like, once we've imported you.
I don't know how taxes work over there.
Very good.
You pay them no matter what.
Murata?
If you literally don't have a job, I guess not, but, like...
We have
I don't know.
already received word from
You'll be getting a job,
that the
presumably.
materials are all in place for Shogun
Yeah,
Lady
I can't leech
Reborn
off
as
you,
right.
and I don't want
Well
to.
done. And what about you?
I mean, it'd be one thing if I could finance that, but, like, I definitely am, gonna need you to pitch in.
I want to. I've said. If I'm moving over there, then I'm paying my fair share of it.
Onodera?
Oh, yes, Lady I.
Still want you to get a
ready for the
job
new
at,
issue
like,
release party.
the Home Depot near my house. Just pretend to be, like, a jock boy. Just RP an American jock boy for 8 hours a day.
Joe, I can barely even move the roll cages that are
We'll
at
get
my
you
current
buffed.
retail.
We'll get you buffed. My dad can get you buffed.
So
I don't want to be buffed.
There's no need to be nervous. This project is destined for success.
We'll
I'm
get you,
optimistic about it.
It wouldn't work. I'm 5'8". I would look. That would be the weirdest looking.
Here, no, we're gonna like we're gonna like special effects this. We're gonna buy you like a muscle suit, but underneath it is gonna be like a robotic exoskeleton that gives you like lifting power, and then we'll give you like platform shoes or something so that you can be tall.
God.
I shall specially grant you
This
leave
is
for the
elaborate.
next couple of
Hi,
days,
Zerg.
Onodera. Please take the opportunity to have a good rest. After.
Yes, Lady Yai.
All right then.
Oh, it
Is
begins with a
everyone clear about
C.
their assignments?
I don't know what
good.
shops you have
We're
near
running
you.
out
I'm
of
not
time,
going to
so
ask
let's
on
get moving.
or at least
Chop,
A
chop.
lot, and none of them are probably that identifying, but there's a lot of like food places nearby. Like nearby as in you could walk, and then still pretty close within driving distance. There's plenty of other stuff too.
Okay, well, I'm not going to ask for specifics on stream, but I would just be curious as to what my options are if I have to end up in retail.
Out of curiosity, I don't suppose you'd ever want to work at a GameStop.
Oh, I wouldn't mind.
Oh, I mean, because we do have a GameStop somewhat nearby, but I don't know, GameStop is so cringe that I don't know if I would want that for you. Like,
oh, I know they're cringe.
I might
cringe.
recommend against it.
I know they're cringe, but like, I would want to work at Game here. I'd love to work at CEX, but probably because CEX is actually cool. I don't know. I don't understand specifically why people hate GameStop, or I guess why you do. People have never really given me a specific reason. They've just been like, "Oh, it sucks." I'm like, "Okay."
My, such
GameStop?
harsh words.
Yes.
It hurts
Because
to hear that kind of
they
talk from you two.
really treat their employees
But
like
as you
shit,
can
is the short of
clearly
it.
See, I'm here working like a dog for the festival. Yet you
Any
say
specifics?
I'm not doing my job.
I mean, like, COVID was a great example because they, like, you know, were like, masks, what are those? Being closed, what is that? You know, bunch of shit like that. They overwork people, they make you do all sort of cringy things to meet quotas. They give you all kinds of fucking, like, sales pitchy speeches that you have to yell at customers. It's just nightmarish from the sounds of it.
See, and that's why even though Game is awful, they're also not awful because they don't force anything upon you, really. Your job is just, if someone comes in, sell them a game. And if they don't want a game, out they go.
This is like sales quota shit where it's like, if someone, literally I think I've like read this on their Reddit and stuff, like if someone comes in and just buys a game, like you as the employee have like failed because you didn't sell them on like 7 other things that you need to be selling them on to like meet your quotas.
The job for Game right now, considering how badly they're doing, is just get someone in the door, honestly. Like, the employees don't really have to do anything, they're just kind of there. If you buy a game, fair enough. If you don't, whatever. CEX are actually just, like, legendary. They're so cool. I'd love to work there.
Then spark cult thanks to them. Inazuma's culture blossomed
And Zerg's hard to ignore you for a while there, but what's going on? Why are you suspended for apparently the 25th time?
Bruh. Were you done? As much of a shithead as I was in school, I never got suspended.
On the 5 Kasen. The Iridori Festival was also developed as a result to show appreciation for their works.
I wasn't detention a lot, though.
That's really rooted in culture.
Bad boy.
Indeed.
They made me write
to describe
lines.
it in the words of the ancients,
I can't believe people actually still do that.
Unfortunately, with
Well,
the flow of which is
this was like
precisely why
6,
I've decided
7
to
years ago.
revive the
I know you've said
cultural
you've been in
convention
detention and stuff
featuring
before,
light
but I don't remember
novels.
why.
For being a prick. Genuinely just for being
Stop
annoying.
looking at me with those baffled expressions.
Like, teachers
In
just did not
ancient
want to deal with
times,
me.
poetry was all the
Not because I
rage.
was,
The
like,
important thing is not the
awful
format,
in
but
class
the
or anything like
creative
that. I
work
wasn't
itself.
running around
It
punching
is impossible
teachers
to
or
come
other
up with
students or
anything
anything.
fresh if
I
you're
was
stuck
just
using some
really,
rigid format of
really
the past.
annoying.
Speaking of which, don't you think that the
And the, like,
concept of
2 friends that I
focusing on the
surrounded
now
myself with in every class were equally as annoying.
And besides, it's a great opportunity to reintroduce Inazuma to Ultivat through light
Mama,
novels.
you're to
As
scold.
they say, it's 2 birds with 1
Goofing with some
stone.
friends and one dude who's been an asshole went over there. Oh, you had it, went over there to grab it for some reason. He shoulder charges, also beat the dude. So you were being rowdy, boys.
Well, see, no, but the way I'm seeing that is just defended himself.
That's what it sounds like, but no,
I
and not to call
hate
you out
it when
specifically,
Makul did
Zerg, but a lot of the time I think that can kind of go both ways. So if that did, then that's kind of fair. But if it's what you're saying and he instigated, then that also seems to happen a lot, where like one person gets blamed for the other person starting shit, and that sucks and isn't fair.
Yes, I got put in detention once in the first year that I was at my old school, and I had to apologize to the guy. He'd been bullying me the entire year, and then this was like the first time that I had to go to school on my birthday, because normally I don't, because it's over the Easter holidays. And I just got tired of his shit, so I pushed him down some stairs. And I was the one that got shit for that, not him.
I mean, pushing him downstairs does sound dangerous, though.
Yes, but he also pushed me down the same set of stairs a minute prior.
Right, but I don't know. It's
I
one thing.
I went up to the top of the stairs before him and pushed him down, and then a bunch of year 9s defended me, and I was gaming.
It's one thing if like someone punches you and you punch back, but like stair pushing, that's like really dangerous. So I can see why they would punish both of you.
No, they punished me and not him.
Oh, then that's bull.
Yeah, and that happened every time.
Come, let's pay a visit.
Oh, there was a guy who spat on me as well.
Who will tell you more about your tasks.
Like, he was on the staircase above me and he just spat on my neck for some reason. Oh, people hated me in secondary school.
No.
I can't blame them, though.
No, I'm sure you were.
No, I was an annoying little shit in secondary school. As soon as I was done with my GCSEs, it felt like the minute I was done with that, anxiety and depression set in, and then I became an introvert.
So what I'm hearing is there's a secret bad boy, rowdy boy side that's gonna like come out eventually.
No, there was a louder, more autistic version of me.
Not only will there be lots of official and
No, genuinely. Like, the reason that teachers hated me is because me and my friends would just sit there making noises at the back of the room until they kick us out.
New release parties.
I usually think your noises are very cute.
No, but I mean, like, we would just sit there, like, basically screeching or making fart noises.
This small plaza in front of the International
Well, then I guess you've
Trade
just matured. I don't know.
Will be called the Five Kassen
I
Plaza
wouldn't say
during
matured.
the
I still find
festival.
fart noises
And
funny.
nearby shops will be selling
I'm just
special
quieter
light
now.
novel merchandise.
And Zurich Secondary School
won't want
is
to miss out.
high school, right?
Yeah, it's just that my high school is what most of the UK calls it. It's just that my school was posh, and well, it wasn't. They like to think that they're better than they are, so they call themselves a secondary school instead of a high school.
Lady,
And so I just have that term baked into my brain now, and I can't change it.
To assist with the festivities. At last, we meet again, traveler.
Oh, so Ayato is in this too.
Tell me, how are you faring recently?
It's your guy.
Yeah. Not that I'm gonna get him.
You're getting low on time. He switches out in like a week.
I'm not bothered.
But then Razor is going to be on the banner, so you get Razor if you don't have him.
I did get him.
You do? Okay, I don't remember.
Yeah. I told you about this because my I did a random pull and my flatmate was like, it was like a 4-star. My flatmate was like, it's Razor, and then it was somehow. Love the dynamic of Joe flirting and Al being oblivious to what's going on with the story. Oh, and what's going on with the story?
Well, I mean, yeah, he doesn't. He's not going to know what's going on with my story unless he's just like watching my stream and not playing the game himself.
No, I think those were two separate points. Like the idea of you flirting with me and me being oblivious, and then whatever's going on with the story.
He does have a nice voice. I'll give you that.
I have not heard it yet.
I mean, I'd heard it in trailers, but
Come now, Ayato.
he's just
We're
like
not
talking
strangers
normally now.
here. There's no
I don't
need
know
to
what he
sound
sounds
so
like
formal.
at all.
We were
I
just about to discuss the boards over here. They're related to our little helper's tasks, so I'll let you give them a detailed rundown.
As I going on with the story, is in you telling a story and being oblivious.
Zurich, I'm not entirely sure what you mean.
Certainly.
Yeah,
I assume you two
I'm
already know
not
that
either.
the Iridori Festival originated from the Five Kassen.
I'm oblivious to everything,
This
though.
Iridori Festival is not only the first major festival to be held in Inazuma since the lifting
That's a
of the
very
Sakura
aggressive
decree.
okay.
It is
He's-
also an event
he's gearing
deeply
up.
rooted in
Yeah,
culture
break it
and
down for
arts.
us.
Yeah, let me break it down.
Therefore, the Yashiro Commission
See,
has
this is it.
personally
You've passed the
invited several
Alzheimer's onto
cultural
me.
celebrities from other nations.
Well, you hit 20 now. That's not even me. That's just you. Naturally.
For
No.
example, the artist we have invited to paint these portraits hails from the distant land of Mondstadt.
Listen, if you're not
The
going to call
Yashiro
me a baby,
Commission
then
will
people at
arrange
work can do it.
accommodations and food in Inazuma
I
for
will
each of the
alternate between
distinguished
calling you a
guests.
baby and an old man.
However,
and you
we
will just
fear
have to
that
cope.
staying in a foreign land may feel a little uncomfortable, which is precisely why it would be ideal to have someone familiar with both Inazuma and other nations of Tevat to serve as a guide for our guests. I knew you would catch on. It is our hope that you would be able to guide the guests from the harbor to their residence at the International
Okay,
Trade
Alex
Association,
says
while providing any
story, something
necessary
in story
assistance
makes
along
Go
the
talk
way.
flirty. He's oblivious to the flirting. Okay, yeah. So kind of ignore the story. Really, he's just saying you're oblivious to my flirting.
This arrival schedule
I have been
includes the
since day
details
one.
of the ships on which the guests will be arriving. All you simply
I don't
have
pick
to
up
do
on it on half.
is go to the
I
docks
don't
at the
pick up on it
indicated
half the time.
times.
I feel like you probably get it most of the time because I'm usually pretty blunt about it.
Yeah, but when you're more subtle about it, my brain just goes, "Oh, that was
It's settled
unimportant."
then. My, look at the time. I have to meet with my editors, so I'm up during the festival. Most of the
Because I don't pick up on
publishing
it, and
house's
so I
editors
try to
will be
like
staying near
dissect the
Outlander
meaning of it, and
Affairs
then I don't
Agency.
understand.
If you run
I'm
into
trying to
any
think of like
problems,
what even
you
I
will
would
find
say
them
that's like
there.
subtle though. Because most of the time, you know, I'd say something like, wow, I sure do have a real big boner for cat boys or something.
This festival requires the full cooperation
don't,
of the
though.
Tri-Commission, and there
Yeah,
are
I
still
do.
many minor details which require my
You have a
attention.
preference.
So I must excuse myself
I like
for now.
both.
That's what I'm saying.
All the details we need about the ships are on the timetable that Ayato gave us.
Just ignore it and talk about any shit in sounds with his friends.
What did I even say when I said like, oh, I'm sure you were lovely, and then he's like,
You
nah,
said-
I make poo poo noises.
You said like, "I enjoy your noises" or something like that.
Oh,
And
well,
was
yeah, I
just
mean,
like,
it's
fart noise in the back
cute.
of the classroom.
Y'all in chat know it's cute when he goes like, nyom.
I do that at work.
I assume while you're like pushing things around.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I just because you'll make fun of me for it.
No, tell me.
No, because I was gonna say like, oh, my favorite thing to do at work, and then I feel like you just be like, of course that's your favorite thing to do.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm making fun of you. That just means that you're like fitting your archetype.
Still, my favorite thing to do at work is to refill the milk. Because the
Yeah.
cages are so much easier to roll around than compared to like the regular roll cages. So then I can just drag it around the warehouse and go meow as I do.
Yep, that all tracks. Yes, and Zerga hit 55, so now I'm gonna be here for like another fucking 4 months while I get XP to get to the next level because they made it take so fucking long.
And I'm still sitting at 45. Can't be bothered. I wonder what level I'd be at if I did.
Word has it
probably
that
like
Inazuma has undergone.
48.
Well, we started at the
Changes
same
of late.
time, so
We
if
hope
you
to
did
find
everything, you'd
fresh
probably be where I
inspiration
was.
here.
Yeah, except that I don't do dailies.
That's what I'm saying. Do dailies.
No,
He's pretty famous, huh? Why's that?
I have other games to play.
Paimon sees what you're getting at.
Me too.
Even though Venti no longer
Yeah.
rules over Mondstadt,
I'm too busy playing them. Got him.
Just pass my countdown to my son, yeah. When this is still going in 10 years.
mention of a festival, not only
He'll
would
pass
it seem a little
is a
childish,
countdown to me then.
it would also sort of be
You're not Zerg's son, you're my son.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Honorary Knight.
So I'm saying you'll pass your account down to me.
Why does Klee sound like an adult now?
Were you also invited
It's to get everyone.
Didn't she
off
sound like
their
a baby
backs about
before?
being
Now
pedo.
she just sounds like a woman.
It's to get everyone off their backs about her being pedo bait.
Oh, now she sounds like a baby again. Okay, so they just had one weird recording mixed in there.
But because
Maybe she was speaking quieter in that recording or something, or she was supposed to.
busy these days,
Well, you know, she's
Ours
do-
done. I am not shared property with Twitch chat.
Also, Zerg, you're not of age, so nah. But no, so Klee usually does the baby thing where she's like, oh, I'm gonna talk like this because I'm a little baby, so I'm gonna put like an inflection into my voice. And then previously she was just like, I don't know, she just talked normal. She was like, hi, traveler, it's me.
Adoption, duh.
Greetings,
Yeah, I've
Traveler
already got the
Paimon.
papers. Joe's mom's name's on
After
it.
hearing that Inazuma was making preparations for the Irodori festival, I predicted that I might run into you here.
Ha! Paimon knew it! Albedo's the one they've invited to paint the 5 Kasen!
It seems that you already know
Not
why I'm
that
here.
we could do that.
Just so you're aware, I'll be using my pen name in Inazuma.
I have no idea how, like, the cross-country thing would factor in, but otherwise I don't see why not.
Oh, by the way,
because
do you know where
that
the
would
International Trade Association
technically,
is?
legally make us
I'll be
incestuous.
meeting with the editorial director of the Yai Publishing House.
I don't care.
Yeah, the International Trade Association is where
Since
you'll
when
be
were you from
staying in
Alabama?
Inazuma. We'll be heading there too.
Well, I do be American.
Great.
Yeah, but
going
not
then.
that part of it.
Albedo's so hot. Do you like Albedo?
I do.
Okay, I thought so. He's fine. He doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah. I said that since I met him that I like him. I like his voice.
I feel like this quest is going to be really long. I hope it's not. Was that just a lead up to a cough, or did something happen?
No, I realized a thing, and then my body
Slow
was like,
down,
you
please.
gotta eject.
Please be careful not to bump into others.
Oh, I did. I got Venti's there. I don't know if you were around for that.
Telling Clee so many stories about Inazuma during
What
the
did
trip
you realize?
was probably not the best idea.
Can I
As a
move on now?
result, She could hardly sleep all the way here.
I can move on.
Appears she's even more
Nice.
excited now that
Google,
we've
no.
arrived. Strange. It seems
I
that
turned the
while
sensitivity down even
Mr.
further, and it
Hirayama
still
was
picks up
supposed
every
to
other
meet with
word.
me and give me some reference materials about the 5 Kasen today. That
You mean you had no idea what you'd be
Take your
painting
cake,
before
dumbass.
you arrived in Inazuma?
Reaches over and grabs your butt.
No.
I only know of the
I wouldn't
5
call you a
Kasen by
dumbass.
name. Because of the sheer age of the
You
Very
might
little
have
has been passed
once.
down to this day.
I don't know.
So
No,
Mr. Hirayama decided to help me collect some more
I call people
information.
dum-dum, because it's less,
It's not as harsh.
Bad.
I know what you mean.
it's less bad.
I do the
And
same
also
thing when
you
I call people baka sometimes instead of being like, hey, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, but also, you are smarter than me, so I can't.
Oh, whatever. You know more about
whatever.
computers.
You know more about everything else.
I'm older. That's somewhat to be expected.
No,
But-
see, I'm gonna hit your age and still be equally as dumb.
No.
Yeah, what?
You're a smart
I'm
lad.
the type of painter who can complete a painting quickly.
My
as
brain
long
is
as I'm
not as
inspired.
squishy,
So when do the
though.
paintings have to be done by?
What the Hilichurl do, though? Is that what the kids are calling it now?
According to the festival plans,
As a kid, I could say
portraits will be
no.
revealed one at a time
Hey,
throughout the
baby,
various
let me come
stages
over there
of
and
the
suck on your
Festival.
Hilichurl.
The first one, depicting Suiko,
I'm good.
will need to be done before the festival's official opening ceremony.
Sounded very strained.
The day after tomorrow? And you're already running out of time!
There's no need to panic. When I was working on light novel illustrations, because the
So don't want
manuscripts are shipped by boat, things were always tight and finished at the last minute. Just last month, to ensure the latest book of A Legend of Sword would be
Albedo
finished
does
for the
kind of have a
Yordoi
nice
Festival,
accent.
I had to complete the final
I don't
chapter's
even know what his accent
illustrations
is,
the
just like
same
his
day I
voice.
received the manuscript.
Well, Genshin characters packing the most. According to Twitter,
Ito, obviously. Yeah. You get that.
according to
Onika
me, Goro.
in the pants.
I
Yeah.
heard that my
I mean, he is a
illustrations
dog
were
boy,
sent to
so
print as soon as they arrived in
sure.
Inazuma.
That is not what I was
still
getting
don't know
at.
how well they turned out.
Paimon isn't sure if she should feel sympathetic for your working conditions.
Of course, I would still prefer to receive any possible reference material.
Oh, right! The editors of the Yai. Who knows? Maybe Mr.
All right, it's worth a try. Klee, you haven't.
Okie dokie. Don't.
Fingers crossed. He's traveling with me.
Can't catch me.
So they call that big boy energy.
Child.
No. He's a full-grown man.
That's his name, though.
The moment we need
I
to contact
disagree.
Onodera is when he
I mean, not his
says
name,
she'll
but his
leave.
alias.
I don't want to call him that, though.
Kuroda
But
and I will
that's
go
correct.
back to Inazuma City for an
But-
emergency printing run.
Shut up.
The demand for this
Despite everything, we're still
I
lucky
don't
that we
care
found
if
out
it's
today.
correct.
If this had
I
happened
prefer
a few
my
days
way of
later,
saying
then we'd really be in boiling water. Hey, do you think that suspicious guy they found in the
Well, the editorial director is...
Sorry to interrupt, but what's going on here?
Oh, hey, Traveler.
I'm looking for the editorial director.
Mr.
Oh, hold on
Ow.
a sec. Excuse me, but you must
Hate
be
balls.
Calx. The one who was
Calx?
invited to paint the
Calx
5
in this?
Kassen for the festival?
Ayo.
Yes, that's me.
Wait, is that his name? Like Calx Albedo Calx?
My name is
Calx is
Kuroda.
right.
You must
I'm
be
gonna go now.
inquiring about
Bye-bye.
information regarding the 5 Kassen.
Okay, Zerg, thanks for hanging. Go enjoy that egg.
I do apologize, but please make
That was
yourself
shivered.
comfortable at the International Trade
What?
Association, and I will let
I
Mr.
don't know, I just
Hirayama know to send
shivered
you the
randomly.
materials
I guess
right
I
away.
must hate eggs subconsciously.
No, that's like someone's talking about you.
Huh?
You know, like someone talks about you, so you sneeze or something like that.
What?
No need. You guys
Have
look
you not
super
heard that?
busy,
That's
so
like a
we can go find
Japanese
them ourselves.
superstition thing.
Well,
I don't know
Excuse me,
if you realize, but I don't know anything about Japan.
how did you know?
I know.
Since you were all aware that Mr. Hirayama
I don't know anything
needed
about
to send me some
anything.
supporting
Like,
It's
I
in
barely
anime,
even know
though.
how
that
Mount
means
Country
the
works.
editorial director didn't
I have
forget
seen
about it.
maybe
Instead,
2
something
animes.
urgent must have cropped up.
Don't. Okay. But when I give you shit for only watching Yuri, you're like, no, I've seen other anime.
Yeah, I have.
To add to that,
2
despite
apparently.
being aware that I am Calx,
More than
you were
2.
still unwilling to
but,
let me
like,
go to
still
Mr.
not many.
Hirayama directly. After
Like,
considering
in
these factors,
total,
the only reason you would try
maybe
to
4.
stall me is if something happened to A Legend of Sword, which I did the illustrations for.
Well, I'm very sorry. The situation is just as you said, Calx. I suppose it doesn't hurt to tell you now. Earlier today, someone spotted
Somehow.
a suspicious outlander.
Somehow, I
sneaking
mean,
around
it's not
inside the
surprising.
Irodori Festival warehouse
I
down
slept
by
for
the
11
docks.
hours last night.
So they
Well,
promptly
yeah,
alerted
but
the Tenryo
you've always
Commission.
said that you need a good 14.
I've said that I need, like,
The
a
Tenryo
good
Commission
10.
was
I
concerned
got
about
11.
potential cargo theft, so they
Granted,
contacted
I've been
everyone
functioning
who was
on, like,
renting space in the
4 hours
warehouse.
worth of sleep for, like, the
It
past
was
week.
then that we realized
Yeah,
that
you
the
can't make it
latest
up in one
copies of
night.
The Legend of Sword had suddenly
can
gone
try.
missing.
What? The
Well,
books are missing?
I mean, it won't work.
Not so
It's not my problem
only
that
is this
I don't
book
have
an
full
eagerly
late shifts yet,
anticipated
and so I'm
release in the
forced to do
last
this.
phase of the Irodori Festival,
Except that it
but the
literally is
author,
your
Jin
problem.
Yu, will be personally
What do you mean
attending
it's
the
my
release party
problem?
as
It's
well.
not your fault, but it is your problem.
It's
Because
not my
of the
problem.
dire situation,
My manager's problem.
Mr. Hirayama immediately hurried to the warehouse to determine whether the
I see.
No, I did the wrong
Mr.
quest.
Hirayama
Well,
has
how?
got-
So the author of A Legend of Sword is J.U. Sounds familiar.
Where is this then?
Hey, isn't that
Oh, there it
Shincho's
is.
pen name?
Oh, do you know him?
Shincho would definitely be upset if
Stinky.
he discovers his...
On the loading
these-
screen, it said Tevye has its own laws, but laws was in quotation marks, so that concerns me.
Which place is... Teviat's the whole world, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is weird that it's in quotations then.
We have an age of consents.
Yeah, and if you have a vision, it doesn't matter. If you have a vision, you can consent. And then all the Klee Lakers are like, hey, yo.
I'm here on
What do you mean if you
behalf
have a
of the
vision?
Tenryo Commission, of course. Is that
Essentially,
surprising?
like, meaning that you can get at any of the little characters that are playable. Because that's what people
But what does
want.
that mean?
No, Sarah, Paimon wasn't talking about you.
You know what a
What is
vision
it?
is, right? The little thingy
In
they
the-
have that lets them all use powers.
So, Tone
Except for
Yoppa,
Traveler, who just doesn't have
the
one.
suspicious
Oh, I
outlander in the
completely forgot about
warehouse
that.
wouldn't happen.
I legit just
Considering the
forgot everything
evidence,
about the
it
story in
appears
this
that the
game because I
suspicious
have not
outlander
progressed in 4
is-
months.
As I have told you, you are a suspect.
When you said
Before your
vision, my mind went to
allegations of
Xenoblade.
theft and illegal entry as a
not
stowaway
that
are
kind.
cleared, you are to remain silent.
Yeah, the good
Don't
kind.
make me say it again. Traveler, Paimon, do you know this self-proclaimed bard from Monst?
Listen, Sarah. Knowing him, it's safe to say that he
I'm
would...
gonna cut
Although
out
he
Paimon
claims
vocal
to be a
cords.
special guest for the Irodori
Oh,
Festival,
she's fine.
he's failed to present
She's
his
annoying.
invitation letter. Therefore, we can only suspect that he. And just a moment ago, we caught him in a. If it would help shed any light.
Oh! Ouch! Your words wound me. We've been apart for so long, and the moment we meet again,
I haven't heard Venti in a while either. His voice is funny.
Suspicious glares.
Huh?
Venti?
You arrived in Inazuma
Yeah, what
via
about him?
similar means.
I don't know.
So
His
I
voice is
heard.
interesting.
You of all people should be more understanding.
He's just kind of
don't
like,
you think?
"Hi everybody, I'm Venti. I like fucking drinking wine and fucking around."
Similar
From what I
means-
remember, Venti sounds vaguely like Tails. But I might be thinking of
Yeah, I can see
the
that.
other one. The other one that looks like Venti. I forgot his name. Zhao.
Ayato of Yashiro Commission.
No, no.
It's
Zhao does not sound like
someone
Tails,
acquainted
but
with the
Venti
likes
does.
of him would
He has
ever
a
be
like a.
right?
I don't know how to explain it. The bit where it sounds kind of like there's a layer of white noise over all of his voice.
Vocal
The
fry?
invitation letter. I couldn't help but want to come to
Sure,
Inazuma
I
a
don't
little
speak
early.
terms.
Then that I happened upon a cargo ship bound for
I feel like
Inazuma
that's
transporting
Venti, but I'll listen to
dandelion
Zhao like when
wine.
I'm out of
So,
cutscenes.
naturally, I decided to set sail with them. Once aboard, I found the captain to be a kindred spirit, and I was treated to an abundance of fine and when I woke up, I found myself coming from Venti. This story.
Excuse me, I'm the owner of the stolen goods from the IA publishing house. Based on what you just said, it seems you've been in the warehouse for some...
Actually, I did hear some faint footsteps.
Oh.
What did...
When it comes to burglars, they are generally associated with prying or rummaging through things. As for the sound of footsteps, because...
I see. But if that's the case, then...
No, not quite. From the facts that have
Oh,
been
I just
presented
called
to us,
Hugh
we
a
can draw
weird
at least
one.
3 conclusions now.
She kind of is.
Whoever took the novels is
I don't know how
not
far you
a
are in
burglar.
that quest yet.
They had their sights on the
Roughly
books
about
from the
maybe
very
4
beginning.
seconds.
Okay, yeah.
Second,
No, she's
the culprit
kind of a
was very
weirdo.
familiar with the warehouse and might even have a key. And third,
I couldn't find the quest until
I knew
now
you'd catch on,
because it was
traveler.
just got lost.
One person couldn't possibly transport
It's like
so many
up
heavy books
somewhere.
in such a short window
The
of
way,
time.
Yeah,
right?
but it'd be
must have
quite
been a
nice
team
if when you click on the quest in the menu thing, instead of it saying, hey, go find this, if it just found it for you.
What do you mean? Does it give you a marker?
It goes without
Well,
saying.
no,
that
so
Venti
you go to the
clearly
quest
does not-
thing and then you click story
I agree with
quests.
you,
It'd be
Mr.
nice if when you click
Hirayama.
on it,
The Tenryou
instead of it
Commission
saying
will continue
return
by
to the quest
investigating
scene,
the
screen for
warehouse staff.
details, if it just
If you come
actually
across
selects
any
the
further
quest.
clues, please
It
notify
should.
us immediately.
I guess, yeah.
Yes, understood.
I suppose I'm free as a bird then.
Not so fast. Even though we've cleared the theft allegations, we still have.
Aw, 'tis a shame. I thought surely after my honest account you might. Sarah's quite the meticulous one. Yes, the invitation letter. Don't be mistaken. I was well aware of how important it was. But I didn't. Strange. Though I had a little too much to drink, I know that I kept. If you were holding the invitation in your hand the
So
whole
he
time,
secretly
then why did
has
you
a
put it
letter
down?
on his person, but he doesn't know where, but it's in a secure place.
Well,
Sounds
to
like
properly compare the
you
taste
shoved it
of
up his ass.
Mondstadt wine and
Yep.
Inazuman sake, I had to hold a glass in each hand.
Alternatively,
I couldn't both hold the
foreskin.
invitation and a glass at the same
God.
time. But surely
Well,
I
Nature-
wouldn't put it in
nature's
just any
pocket.
random place.
Yeah,
It
I
could
always
easily
keep
be
£10 in there in
misplaced.
case I need it.
In which case, I believe.
If I
there's
desperately
only
need
one place
cash,
it
I've
could
got a
be.
£10 note in there.
Have you figured it out, traveler?
Yeah, that's like, you know how, maybe you don't know this, but like when you travel internationally, sometimes they want you to like, well, this is just like a recommended thing. It's like strap a wallet to your body, like in your pants or something, instead of just like having it where someone could steal it. I sneezed.
I know.
It's like that. It's like the next most secure place. It's like strapped to your like chest or thigh. Nah, hidden in your foreskin.
Well, what the way that I'm seeing that is just that people too often keep their wallets in their back pocket,
Yeah.
which is dumb.
This is indeed an invitation
Yep.
letter
It'll always
issued
be
by the
front pocket.
Yashiro Commission.
Yeah, I keep
Now that
my
we've
phone
confirmed
and
this
my
guest's
wallet in my front
identity, I
pocket,
have no
and then
further
I keep
questions.
my face mask and my keys in my back pockets.
Even the keys in the back pocket sound sus.
It is, but like, where else am I supposed to put it?
In the foreskin, obviously.
You see, £10 notes are made out of plastic. Keys are made out of sharp, ouchy metal. So.
However, starting tonight, I would advise. Now, if you'll excuse
I'd
me.
rather not. It might leave a dent. You know, like when you sleep weirdly, and like the fabric pattern.
Reference material.
I want
Mr.
that
Hirayama,
in my foreskin.
I'm Calx. We had.
Ah, yes, so you are Calx. I'm very sorry that you've arrived in Inazuma only to find. These are the materials regarding the 5 Kasen.
Let's see.
Why is this guy called Lil Wu? Who's big as hell?
It's just as though there were once many stories
joke,
regarding
I think.
each of the 5 Kasen. The validity of their contents
Large
can
man.
no longer be verified in present times.
Big Al.
Alas, what a shame. But at the very least,
Isn't
we
that
know that most of the
like a
stories were written
celebrity?
according to a similar style.
No! Wait, Big Al's Toy Barn from Toy Story 2.
There you go.
That's
yeah.
what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking of too. There's like something on the tip of my brain, but I couldn't quite get there.
I love the Twitter account that just posts
some extent,
the
yes.
There's a Twitter account that every
I'm
Saturday
sorry
posts
that
the
this
clip of
information
him
is not
driving
as-
to
though
work
Lady
when it's
Ai
literally
did
across
say
the
that
road.
There are many variations of the story about the 5 Kasen, and everyone
Just
has
the
a
same
different
thing,
account
though?
in their heart.
It's the same thing every single Saturday.
So all you need to do is follow through with what's in your own heart.
And how many
create
followers
something
does
you
that account
yourself
have?
find interesting.
Multiple hundreds of thousands last time I checked.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Thank you, Mr. Hirayama. No need.
Great. I'll leave it to you then, Calx. Oh, tomorrow morning, Mr. Genyu, the author of A Legend of Sword, will be arriving in
Need to find
Inazuma.
it.
Whether the stolen books are eventually recovered or not, the Aya
I
Publishing
don't need
House will
it.
do
It's
its best
okay.
to ensure that the novel's release is a success. You have my gratitude.
Seems there's nothing.
I want to find it regardless, 'cause I think I lost it.
Traveler, Albedo, would you mind?
It has 150,000 followers.
Goddamn. Alright, let me listen to
One just posted it on my
Zhao now
birthday.
that I am finally out. Can I even do that if I don't own you? No. Never mind. Thought I could get him to like say some voice lines for me.
What is it, Venti? A piece of paper? Indeed. When I awakened to find myself in the warehouse this morning, I didn't think much of it then. I thought it was merely, but on second thought... Let me see. The story told in this poem roughly boils down to Suiko getting tipsy and letting some poems that were meant for the Shogun get stolen. This story... Seriously? It's lit...
Yes, I concur. The person, but why leave the paper?
All right, let's not... Meeting together in Inazuma like this is a most rare occasion. Hey! You just... let's not...
Yeah, God, they're really leaning into how fucking drunk Venti is in this quest.
No, it's fine.
Wait, he's drunk?
Well, probably,
As I
but also
mentioned before,
just like...
I'm the kind of
It's
artist
just
that
like,
can work quickly
ha
once
ha
I'm
ha, I'm
inspired.
sauced.
And now,
Ha ha ha, I'm sauced. It
it
just like
seems I
keeps
found my source of
fucking
inspiration.
going back to that like every 5 seconds.
If I use a model as reference for the piece, we...
In that...
Drunk people when
One
they
year, the poet
be like,
Suiko
aha,
made his
I
way to
am
Tenshukaku
drunk.
and presented the Kasen's work for the Shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
I love the little storybook cutscene.
Wow, you really came through, Albedo. You were able to complete the first portrait before the opening ceremony. Yes,
Big
it really
G.
is a sight to behold. Not only does it harken to the traditional style of Inazuma, but it also makes use of modern aesthetics. My figure is particularly striking. Even though I'm sound asleep in the
G.
portrait, I still appear as glorious as always. Hey!
Are they going to refer to him by his actual name or just call him Big G for the rest of the time?
I think they just call him Big G forever, yeah.
Isn't actually you. Well, portrait?
The next one will be Aoi no Okina of the 5 Kasen.
Albedo, might I suggest waiting a little before starting on the next one? Who knows? You might soon discover another story.
Another story?
I believe he's referring to the possibility of finding another paper with tales of the 5 Kasen. According to the reference materials I was given, we've only found the first of a total of 4 chapters.
Do you think the mysterious
It certainly is a possibility. Also, for
Awesome.
example, the
I
reference
feel like they're doing a
materials
thing
make
here where they're
mention
gonna make
of
them
5
like all
legendary
characters,
figures.
but I don't think.
Yet all the popular stories
I,
only
you
consist
know what
of
I'm thinking
4
of? I'm thinking of the 5 Kage from Naruto. That's what I'm thinking. They should be like
It appears
the
that throughout all the stories,
the archons,
there's
but
never a
we don't
chapter
know
dedicated
more
to
than 3 of them
Kuronushi.
yet. That won't happen.
Yes, I'm also curious about these stories myself. But who knows? They may merely be akin to the old saying in Mondstadt. Seeds of stories brought by the wind. So for now,
Okay. That got. Was there more? Alright, I think I got into the event, but like I don't know what all's going on yet.
Some of the toughest little guys around.
I swear there were like 3 different. Yeah. Why is there multiple screens to this? So confusing. I get okay. So there's Legends of the Kasen, anecdotes. Any of this very confusing. Oh, that's just viewing it without tech. Alright, well, I'll do whatever this little baby quest is. I'm hoping that I don't need to do other story quests for this. I hope that I can
Tears, that's what. That's how it
be
gets
where I
stronger.
am
I think we can all
and then
learn something
get all
from
the
that.
bits done. Got your ass handed to you. You still doing Yu-Gi-Oh? Little Yu-Gi-Oh ploof.
Apparently I had like 8 wishes. I pulled Sucrose, I don't care.
Sucrose.
That's her name, innit?
Sucrose.
Sucrose.
I don't know if that's actually how you guys would say it, or if you're just wanting to say suck.
I don't know either, but I also don't care. Sucrose, chill day. Sucrose, my chill day nuts.
Well, we don't want your nuts to be chilled. Warm those puppies up.
I spent half an hour in the freezer today, so...
Ain't gonna lie, I got lost doing the quest looking for stuff. Oh, fun. Am I gonna need a guide for this? Is this like a riddle? Are they like, hey, go... Yeah, cool. They're just gonna be like, go take pictures of something? I need 4 showcasing different contents. So I need 4 flower picks. Oh, here, no. Inazuman regional specialties. Okay. Alright. Well, it showed me a picture. I need, like, the... It's just different things that, like, are only found here. So that shouldn't really be too bad. I know there's, like, beetles, there's... plants of various kinds. I don't know.
What style of music do you make? I don't like talking about it.
You shy. How do I know if one of them counts, though? didn't want to save that.
I'm listening to it now, so...
Oh, don't tell him that. He'll get upset.
Oh. I don't know. Everything that I've put out in the past, like, 6 months is not great. But I'm
how do I know if I'm doing this?
I need to get onto Park about whatever this track that I'm doing with him is, because I want to get this EP out sooner rather than later.
Yeah, make your game music.
Okay, music.
Yeah.
Not making Lady Gaga.
Your little Game Boy collab.
I even know that he wants to do it. I've just kind of forced it on him.
Should be in the camera. It has the option to decide where you check mail. What are you talking about? Oh,
you know,
this?
Paimon menu, the camera.
Oh, I didn't know this was even a thing.
What? How have you made it this far without knowing
you
that
have
was a thing?
you have the camera thingy. Get him.
Yeah, and then you have the camera in the menu that's been there since day one.
They never asked me to use it before.
These.
Well, thank you, Em. Apparently the fucking crystals don't count. I guess not the right kind.
Put your crystals away.
No, I'm playing it my himbo boy Ito. I need JO crystals.
Oh, you don't.
I gotta capture that good energy, bro.
Well, you're gonna have to get your own, because I'm not letting you borrow mine.
Your crystals or your energy?
Both. The crystals that you gave to me.
Oh, hey, I found a donut. You know, I guess the proportion is somewhat donut-ish. I'll give you that.
Well, exactly. But don't start calling it a donut.
Do the weed thing purple. I am here. I have plans for the weed, yes.
The weed thing that's purple. What?
The Naku weed. It is literally called a weed. Yeah, and then I can probably find something by the shoreline.
Weed.
Em, you're always useful. You always fucking know what's going on.
Wait, that's Big G. He tiny.
That's the joke.
No.
I mean, also worth mentioning, Em, is that your value is not determined by your usefulness, but I do appreciate that you, like, know what's going on and are able to help me out with stuff sometimes. Very handy.
My value is determined by how much use I am to other Twitch streamers when their tech issues start happening.
No.
My value is determined by my ability to sneak my way into Shiro's VC while he's streaming, so I can.
When I said that for M, that was also for everybody. That's true for everybody. Your value is not defined by usefulness. The blue ones, yeah. There we go. We're crying. Hello. I'm crying, mate.
Can't catch me.
Well, I shouldn't say that because I'm always advocating for letting the tears out and
Cluef, didn't you know adults aren't allowed to cry?
No, adults can cry. It's good.
No, adults are only allowed to cry when you look at your taxes.
Oh God. Fuck. I gotta.
I'm a bad bitch. I don't cry.
Gotta build a poem. Does this matter? Can I just pick anything? Wait, there's like one that I haven't found. Yeah.
Ploof.
Oh, real men sweat from their eyes.
See, Ploof, I'm contracted where I'm only allowed to cry after I play at least 3 games of Pokemon Unite.
Have you even played 3? I think you literally played like 1 that one time.
What, you literally did an entire Unite stream with me.
Wait, did we?
Oh my god.
Alex, I remember you played for a little bit, but then I remember you leaving.
You did an entire stream with me because you were like, hey, nobody's playing this, so do you wanna while you have free time?
Well, clearly we need to do more.
No. The answer is no.
Oh, there's rhythm?
When did you play it and I missed it? Literally, at the game's release, and then once on Shiro's stream, and I was like, I feel bad because I'm taking up a spot where actual people can play this.
No.
What do you mean? That's literally what I said.
You're allowed to play things
Best
too.
flavor in the world? The sweet, sweet...
Huh?
You're allowed to play
Did you
things...
finish that?
I kind of just fucking stumbled over the end of my sentence. You're allowed to play things too.
And that's why I've never spent a single moron.
But I don't want to play
I want
Unite.
them all fair and...
And so I was saying, like, I shouldn't be here because I'm taking up a spot for actual people who can actually play this.
I figured it out. I know I need to use the clock.
I missed it. Why do you care? I don't enjoy it.
He's an Alex enjoyer. And
But
he
I
enjoys
don't
Unite.
enjoy the game.
No, but like I get why he would want to see you play it, because it's fun seeing people you like play a game you like.
But it's not a game that I like, and so you would not like seeing me play it.
To some degree, and this is why I'm like, hey, it would be fun to get you and Mom to play like Dark Souls, because you're gonna do a funny scream or something.
But that's the thing. She will. I will just be like, fuck, I hate this for 4 hours.
Oh god, now I need unique animals.
You've seen me play 06. I just get frustrated eventually and get tired of it and give
I
up.
just watched that highlight and it was funny.
No, but the second one.
No, Ploof, I played It Takes Two with him. Did you miss that? I know that was a pretty low performing series, but like, I thought you were around for a bit of that.
It was so low performing that I didn't even finish editing the highlights for part 3. I just kind of was like, well, nobody's watching this, so why should I care?
I need aminals. Where do I find aminals?
But again, we have played it, so then I would just, I would already expect everything.
I know there's like foxes and things, there's birds, but I don't know like where any of them live.
I'm utterly lost. I'm like at this location where it's like, hey, this is like 20 meters away from you at all times, and I can't figure out how to get there.
Like a circle?
No, it's not a circle. It's just, it's like on or in a building.
For Hoothouse Quest?
Yeah.
It's probably like above you in like the upper bit somewhere.
No, it's below me.
Oh, then below you, I guess.
Yeah, but it's like on this level and it's inside a building, and I don't know how to get.
Now here's something.
It's round the back. Lol, Minecraft? What about Minecraft?
I don't know. What you want about, Doof?
My knees.
Just naming games, you know.
I want to play more Minecraft, but I feel like we need to get an SMP going for that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Because I like the game.
Birds near a coast that was near all the light.
Also, whenever we do SMP stuff, you are living with me and you have no choice.
Okay. Yes, dear. I don't know if this is what you meant. There, I think I see something down there.
I would kill at Minecraft, but I know I'm not invited. What
do you mean, Ploof? Yeah, you would be.
But also,
gotcha.
I am ready. Also, I'm ready to challenge you on that, Ploof.
Crabs don't count.
Like the bottom game shocker. What, Minecraft? I've been playing that game like since like a couple of years after it released. I've been playing that game since like 2013, so basically as long as I've been alive.
I mean, I guess we've had different conversations, but the thought that I have is that, you know, we'd have maybe like kind of a core streamer group that we'd try to like get together, you know, to like do content and stuff, but then we'd probably also have chat and stuff. And you're also, Ploof, you're also like, even though you don't stream, I feel like you're kind of like in that group, sort of.
I had an idea, but I feel like it's one that nobody would ever agree with me on, where you have to stream in order to be on the server. But I feel like everyone would disagree with me on that.
I mean, I don't know. I think it... You know, there's arguments for not opening up to just anybody, but there's, you know, there's people like, you know, Park technically isn't streaming right now, or Sweet or Ploof, you know, some of our buddies who don't stream.
Yeah, but it'd be like, if you wanna play on the server, like everything that is on the server would have to be streamed.
I get what you mean. So then in that case, it would probably be like, if you're not streaming, you need to like wait till someone is like gonna be on, and then you hop on together or something.
No, like you can go on your own. Just make sure that you're live when you do it.
Right, but I'm talking about for people like Ploof or Sweet or somebody who doesn't, who they don't stream.
Catch me.
But like we might still want to include them.
In that case, either wait until someone is live and then get on with them.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Or set up OBS and start streaming.
That's
no, like it's not.
That's how we force them to start streaming. Is just lure them with Minecraft.
Like, it's not hard. Like if you want to just be a basic bit streamer, just download OBS, stick a display capture on there, put your microphone in, boom, done.
I still need 2 more M. I got Fox and a Heron of some kind. What other thingies live in?
But that's something I mentioned before, and I feel like the last time we talked about it, you were like, nah, let's not do that.
It's... I don't know. I don't know what I said before. Currently, right now, I don't really have a reason to oppose that, because like I probably wouldn't unless I was streaming, other than like if I wanted to grind something, then, you know, I could see hypothetically wanting to just do that off stream. I don't know. But I think it, more than me, would probably depend on like other people's opinion.
Yeah. Also, when I say you have to live with me, I'm joking. I'm just saying I want to.
I don't think you are, but also I don't have a problem with it. M, you mean the Tanuki? Like, I don't know if I can find more of them. I feel like I've gotten them. Oh, here's one.
I don't think I am.
Why would I think you're joking? Of course you'd want that.
Yeah, but no, because I said, like, you have no choice. Like, I'm saying you have a choice, I would just like to.
Well, I choose. I choose you Pokemon style.
Oh, now you ruined it.
Oh, come on.
What do you mean, come on?
This is order.
Pokemon's Pog.
Nah.
M, are you aware, though, that Tanukis are known for their large balls?
Let me amuse myself a little.
Not saying that makes them less cute, I'm just saying that's a fact about them.
As is Joe.
Wow. There's also that one event they had where you're like taking the Tanuki around and like sightseeing. He literally like off-screen flies over a bridge with his balls. That happens.
PvP wise I suck. I mainly speedrun Minecraft. I've tried speedrunning, I'm not good at it. I'm more of a slow and steady because I like to build stuff.
You move fast though. I've literally been like, how are you moving so fast when you're playing this?
No, speedrunning, as in like beating the game as fast as possible.
Right, which going fast would help with that.
Yes, but I don't do speed running. I just run at speed.
Okay, I need one more. I think there's probably some other birds, or there's like different kind of foxes, right?
Can't catch me.
I also grind materials. I usually do that. I often grind materials and build farms and stuff.
The meta we fell into is that I go out and bring home materials, and Alex does home decorating.
Pretty much. And I'm down to keep doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'd need like convenient mod tools to like enjoy building in Minecraft a lot.
Allow me to introduce you to Spigot, which is a plugin pack. Well, not a plugin pack, but it's a thing that allows you to add plugins to servers. It's very cool. But I tend to play the game more slowly, but I do like to be able to build up my my materials and stuff at the same time.
Ooh, the cat? I could try the cat. That's a good idea. They are animals.
PvP wise, I think I'm alright. I like to find stuff as fast as possible. I tend to focus more on the different ways that I can grind for materials. So like enchantments and stuff, I find that villagers are the most efficient way to do that, and so I will spend ages building, like I'll go find, usually I base my base around a village. So I'll go find a village, I'll tear the whole thing down and rebuild it in a style that I prefer, and then get everything that I need from them to get all my enchantments, and then I'll go find like iron and then diamonds and then netherite and stuff, so that I can have like an OP armor set and tool set.
The cats did not seem to count, but I'd take a peek over here as well. I know Park would also be very excited to do Minecraft though, when we get around to that. He was all in when Euros did.
I like that game. It's probably the only game that I could consider myself good at.
I would enjoy dragging Shiro into it when he won't enjoy it.
He hates it.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to show him the ways, but also...
Shining Shimmering Splendor?
What?
Nothing. Go on. I made an Aladdin joke.
Aladdin used nuts in your mouth.
I don't know what that means, but sure.
That's what I'll be. Aladdin in your mouth.
Hey, there we go. Clever. Also, ayo, you in my mouth.
Don't read into it too deeply.
Well, I can't read, so no worries.
You can read it better than I can.
No, it's canon. I can't read. You and Calc and Jed established that. It's your fault.
What do you mean? No, they established that. I said that I also can't read.
I'm blaming it on all of you equally.
No, blame it on them too. They're the adults. They should have had responsibilities.
Responsibilities.
Well.
Well. Oh, I'm in fucking combat. Suck my nuts, villagers. Well, I'm leaving then. Go back to Watatsumi. I'm dead.
What? Dude.
I know I've seen like instead of an orange fox, like a fucking like kind of purple white one or something. I think. Actually, I should be able to look right the archive that is literally like never useful for anything, except it is right now. Apparently, I've missed like a bunch of birds. Maybe snow fox is what I'm thinking of. I don't know.
There's a glowy thing on the floor that I can't interact with, and I'm confused.
Jeez. What glowy thing?
There's a glowy thing on the floor that I can't interact with, and I'm confused. There is no dialogue. There is no nothing. I don't know what to do.
Oh, unagi, unagi.
I can't leave the room.
I was also wondering if fish might count. Okay, you're in Hu Tao's thing, right?
Yep.
And are you like in a dungeon?
Yep.
Do you have to ground pound it?
How the hell do you do that?
Attack while in the air. Where were there unagi, Serena?
I
Can you
can't.
do you want a screen share?
That'll mess up my webcam.
Okay, well, yeah, that's true. Well, what it to me? There unagi and somewhere over in the. Oh, here. Yes, it says. Okay, this is the location I was thinking of, where there's kind of like a sandbar. I feel like that's gonna be tough to get a picture of. But I'm also just surprised they count. Yeah, weird.
I'm just gonna hope that it repeats the dialogue when I enter again.
Thank you, Serena.
Nope, no dialogue for me.
Helpful.
Alright then.
Next best guess is look up a walkthrough for her quest.
Oh wait, no, there's the dialogue. Okay, well that was completely useless. Thank you, Huta.
Hi, Glue. Welcome. How you doing? Oh, yeah, and then again, because M suggested a thing that worked before, but like, do these poems matter? Like, do I need to count out rhythm or something?
Why did I take damage?
They do not? Alright, cool.
I don't Why am I taking damage when I do that?
Oh, wait a minute. Isn't Hu Tao's quest the one where you're fucking like going through like an underworld dungeon thing, and it's like it's really fucky. Like you have to like turn back, and it's like doing like a Lost Woods thing. Look up a walkthrough for it. It's complicated. I think that was another thing where I had to have like M be like no, you do this.
Wait, hang on. I think I might get it. Do I need the funny lens? Oh, I can't access that. Oh, I can't access that either. Oh, I can't access. Oh my god.
You don't need a camera or like equipment or anything. No, it's like Hu Tao's quest. Maybe it wasn't you. It was somebody though. But it's
wait.
Like you need like 2 thingies to like open the door, and you have to like get one of them and then like loop back around and get the other one or something like that.
No, I understand now. Well, at least I understood the first one. What did I even do? I just lined up a thing with my eyeballs.
The passenger ship from Lea that we're supposed to meet should be arriving soon. Let's go to the docks.
Hu Tao's baby but her quest was annoying.
Alex doesn't much care for women, so
nope.
I don't know. Hu Tao doesn't do anything for me either. Some of the ladies in this are cool, but she's whatever. I don't care.
Melt stank ass.
What are we doing again? Mondstadt's regional specialties.
I would honestly die for her. Why?
What? Am I just taking pictures of more things in the wild? Just round 2 of that? But like, what even else is here? Lavender melons, that would be one, I think, right?
I've run a plus a lot not to think she and I will be friends if she were real. Gaze be like, I would die for this woman who will never talk to me ever because she's far beyond anything that I can comprehend.
What does that mean? Far beyond anything I can comprehend?
I don't know.
Very
Sometimes I say
melodramatic.
words. Sometimes I say words and I don't know what they mean. Actually, that's all the time.
Oh, hush.
What do you mean, hush? These.
I know. I don't think he does.
I don't get it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't understand it.
There should be a bait hole around here somewhere. Yeah.
He said belly a scratch. What does that remind me of?
I don't know. What does it remind you of?
I don't know. That's a rhetorical question.
Twink Terminator. Welcome.
God, I better get out of here.
I know. We gotta fucking hide Alex, you guys. I don't want him to get terminated.
My YouTube career better be over.
Here's a beetle. No? What? Okay, what does this want from me then? Maybe the beetle just doesn't count? I don't know.
Dingus.
Just dingus.
Smile out the Twinks. I've never even played this game.
Really? How did you... Unless you're already following? No. How did you find the stream then, if not through Genshin? Out of curiosity?
Twinks. He could... Again, he can smell it.
I guess. Oh, Mondstadt. I'm stupid.
Best flavor in the world?
I can't read, bruh.
My nose never fails.
I see, I see. Well, I do like to call Alex a Stinky Twinkie, but he gets mad.
I am not a stinky.
Cute.
I'm very unsmelly. No.
Too cute.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Why? What are Mondstadt's regional specialties then? Like dandelions, probably, right? No, I don't think that's one.
Windflower.
What's that?
Maybe it's its regional specialty.
I don't think windflowers are a thing, though.
Yeah, they are.
Thanks for the moan, and thanks for the hub, you guys. Always pulling out the red carpet for your newbies. Newbie sounds inflammatory. Our new friend. Let's say that instead.
It's a must when it enters the stream.
We all love it when glue enters.
I'm sorry, but glue is not a top.
I believe I have heard otherwise.
You believe you heard what?
I think he literally is.
Catch me.
Nah.
I literally only top. Yeah, see?
Yeah, nah, you're full of shit.
Yeah, because he's the top.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't wipe.
Like you.
I'm a werebottom.
You're a stinky.
And yet, you hang around.
Mm-hmm.
They're near that statue. Oh, Windaster. Yes, that is a thing that exists. The boy was correct.
That's the 6'2" Italian who's been taking my dick for 2.5 years. You know, I'd rather not. I think it's funny to just insult people instead and watch them get angry about it.
That's the boy. Wolfhook, yep. Yeah, that's a good suggestion, and I know how to get those.
Is that just your way of saying you've trained me?
I meant more in a Hank Hill, talking about Bobby Hill kind of way, but sure. Although, I didn't teach you that. That's all you, baby. I swear to God, I saw some fucking berries and now I can't find them.
I can't get this thing to line up. It wants like a very specific angle, but no matter what angle I'm at, it won't line up on camera.
Don't know. I don't even remember doing something like that where you're like lining things up.
Wait, it wants me to go down there? Then what's the point?
Oh my god. Leaving there's too much
Oh,
here.
that was just a distraction. Cheers, game.
Let's go find Wolfhook and Aster. Valberries, yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but fucking stuff wanted my ass. Here, what about these? Lampgrass? I feel like that's maybe a Mondstadt regional. Hey, there we go. Oh,
dingus.
Hilichurls want my dick, though. No, yeah, no, I know I glided past them, but things wanted to fight me. I'm trying to fucking be a lazy boy.
I'm Hilichurls.
You're Hilichurls, yeah. I mean, you do babble. It checks out.
Wow, they speak an actual language.
Yeah, but it's kind of a babbly language, isn't it?
I don't know.
It is. Ice flower doesn't count.
I don't know what to do here.
Look up a guide, bruh.
I don't wanna. Guys for Genshin.
What? Yeah, why not? Just do it.
Because I hate the guides.
I thought Alex said he was James Charles. No, not even close.
When did I ever say anything even remotely close to that?
He heard Hilichurls as James Charles.
Oh.
I mean, James Charles is kind of a Hilichurl, so there's that.
I just realized Joe could have top, first, and bottom as Twitch tiers. What, and the tops are the ones that pay the most?
I kind of like that.
That means if Calcitrop wants to prove he's a top, he has to pay for it.
Ooh, there's the... You know what? That's some fucking good meta. That's how I'm gonna fucking make the money. Get the tops all fucking flustered and prideful and make them tier 3 so that they have to prove it. I like it, Ploof. I'm hiring you as head of marketing.
I've already got my thing lined up where I'm just... You know how people have, like, different names and terms of Twitch subs? Yeah. I've already just decided I'm going to call my Twitch subs Twitch Doms instead, because I think it's funnier.
I was telling you to do that for the longest time.
You gotta pay for it, big man.
Yeah, Calc, if you don't tier 3 sub, how are we supposed to know that you're actually a top? And
True.
not just RPing as one?
Yeah. Hey, Calc, if you don't do our taxes, then how do we know that you're a top?
Calc, if you don't buy us all fancy dinners, how do we know you're in the top?
Hey, Calc, if you don't use half the plates that are in your cupboard, then how do we know that you're a top?
That's not even top, that's just him being straight.
Fine,
I guess I'm a bottom now. Hey, hubby.
Carry umbrellas?
Hubby, you've got a unique opportunity.
Really starting to pick up. Quick, come on, get yours out.
He wouldn't.
Quick.
I really hubby wouldn't more than Calc wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that's what Calc is saying to me, to you as well.
We need one more. I got dandelions, windwheels, and wolfhook. What is a fourth? Oh, valberries. Yeah, like fucking everybody was saying. So I guess I will just have to go and find some.
Shut up, Hutao.
You did lampgrass? Did I? I don't know. What did I?
Some training. Come on, little guy. Let's go.
I don't know what I did and what I didn't. And I also don't know where Celia's are. I'll shoot down the buildings? Ooh, okay, yeah. Those will be even easier. The full animal mushroom. Y'all are so fucking smart. I'm just spoiled right now.
That's why this guide is shit, because it's Polygon.
Get the fuck Polygon.
Can't catch me.
No, legit, I've been saying this with like every guide that I've had to follow on stream. The Polygon guides are just terrible.
Oh, stop pretending you're a bottom, you own plates. Get him, Twink.
Where is that? There it is. He doesn't just own plates, he owns fancy plates that you can't eat off of.
The good china for the guests.
Yeah, the fine china that was actually made in Indonesia.
The fine Indonesia.
Ara.
And yeah, Ploof, did you not know what Victory Bell sounded like? Have you not watched the anime?
Oh, I'm completely lost. Shut up, Hutao.
You know what? I don't give a goddamn shit what these two are saying. They're just babbling about poetry.
Yeah, I was right. So I do need to make the dingus line up with my camera. But it doesn't work. Head ass.
I literally don't remember doing the thing that you're describing, but in general, those kinds of puzzles are very finicky.
Oh, why does it have to be so specific? Hate this. Oh, that's why. It doesn't want you to stand on the glowing spot. It wants you to stand slightly to the left of it.
Arataki numero.
Well, there you go, silly. You weren't standing slightly to the left.
Oh yeah, if only I'd have known that I was supposed to not stand on the spot that's glowing.
My milkshake bring all the boys to the yards, and they're like, it's better than yours, lol, Bussy.
Bussy.
What?
Ploof did a text-to-speech. Apparently, the chat bot thingy doesn't know Bussy, so it said Bussy. It thinks we're talking about that German bus thing.
There is.
Hi there. You must be
Which one?
from Liyue to participate in
That's the one, isn't it? The German one called Bussy.
There is two, and one of them is actually in my city.
Oh, you guys have the two.
In fact, we have.
There are two memes that I see
from
most
Feiyun
often.
Commerce Guild. The inventor of
The
theater
one
mechanicus previously
electric
came to the Feiyun Commerce Guild seeking investment.
like van thing that's
Although
called the
guild manager was
e-bussy.
not interested.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Support them.
Alternately, there's a bus route from my city to Manchester that's called the Megabus, but underneath Megabus it says Bussy Galore.
That's just like your in-flight refreshments, but for the bus. Bussy for everybody. Look under your seats, there's some Bussy.
I don't think I want under-seat Bussy.
They clean it.
I don't trust that they do.
Honestly, though, with fucking public transportation being as disgusting as it is, that'd be a real good way to catch STDs from that Bussy.
For you, if you come over here, it's perfectly clean aside from the heroin needles that have been stuffed down inside the chairs.
Well, there you go. You don't want heroin, Bussy.
Maybe I do.
Please, no need to worry. I was a little too
No, you're not allowed to have drugs.
It's got some quality that yours will never have.
First rays of dawn were already peeking
When
over the
diving into a
horizon.
pool, the sound is Ploof instead of splash. Oh, French
people.
There's that one dude in Wind Waker who's kind of French, and he says like sploosh, which isn't quite the same, but sploosh and ploof sound kind of the same.
Sploosh.
Hello, Pocky.
Yes, now that we've...
You were playing Kingdom Hearts. You beat Zemnis.
There was a piece of paper
Kingdom
underneath my
Farts.
bag. Strange.
I don't think they've farted in the games yet.
Well, if they want to get me interested, they're gonna need to.
Wow.
There's no doubt
Wow.
It's from
Yeah, and the minigame. The fucking sad-looking man. He's like sploosh, sploosh, kaboom.
Oh yeah, in the warehouse down by the
Meet tomorrow at 7 a.m. Bye, Glue. I hope your meeting is pleasant and not cringe.
Yeah, that's it. A friend of ours is
Have a
on
good sleep.
Rico to
Thanks for
paint
dropping by.
portraits of the 5 Kassen. If you can find one of the stories and give it to this friend of ours, then...
Wait a moment.
Oh, there's a pool. I thought I was about to jump to my doom.
It's hard coming up with stuff on the spot like that.
There's a chance of meeting Kelks in person?
Huh? Oh, yeah. You could say that.
Wind Waker and Twilight are my favorite. I really like Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, and Breath of the Wild. I feel like pre-Breath of the Wild and post have to be classified differently. and then pre Wind Waker and Majora's Mask are like on opposite ends of the spectrum, but they're both really cool.
Really?
Pre.
That's wonderful. I knew that Calx would attend the Irodori Festival.
I'm gonna
Convincing my father to let me come to Inazuma was proving to
You know, I
be
don't
quite
think
the
that's
high
normally how
hurdle.
it goes.
I had
No,
to
that's
really
that's
rack
the
my
Game
mind
Grumps
to come
bit.
up with the excuse of evaluating
Or
the
you know, the
investment value
Obama
of
bit, like,
Theater Mechanicus.
Michelle, I'm gonna pre.
That
So there's Obama preing, and then there's like just the fucking screamy one where they're just like, huh.
There's a hole
Just a
in
few days
the
later,
texture there.
word
That's
then came
cool.
that Calx would be busy painting portraits of the 5 Kassen during the festival.
I love it when the environments are
It is a
incomplete.
most rare opportunity for both Calx and I to be in Inazuma
I'm gonna build the national
he would
team
be too busy with the
for
portraits to meet with
second
me.
team for the Abyss, so I'll be
So,
using
I felt quite
Chu
disappointed for some time
Joe
now.
at some point.
Wait, I'm lost again. Oh, what have I done? Where am I?
Alex, I can't believe you've done this.
Time to see friends. We can
I
take
can't
you to
either.
see him right now. Also,
I'm beyond lost.
So you've all read, to be honest.
There's like a
My
thing where
works
it was
are
like,
drawing
hey, go
little
here,
interest
and then the
in
marker
me,
disappears and it doesn't
Calx
explain
is
what to
not
do.
only a skilled artist, but he also carries out his craft with great alacrity. I heard that it took
Alacrity,
him
that's a
few
word I don't
hours
know.
to finish the illustrations for the latest
You
chapter.
what now?
Carries out his craft with great alacrity. I would assume like skill or speed or something.
Madness.
When I looked at the
I'm gonna
art,
just say it means
the
madness.
brushwork did not even look the
Great
slightest
madness.
bit rushed.
No,
Yeah.
that's like when
His
you
work is truly
when you see an old
exquisite.
god and then you paint like evil paintings.
Oh my, I was
That's
beginning to
not
get
madness.
carried away there. Let us depart. Quickly now.
Yeah, okay, so it tells me to come over here.
Luckily, the idea
Marker
of meeting
disappears.
Albedo managed to draw Shincho's attention
And then what?
and keep the situation under wraps.
Just come over
Let's just
here,
hope we don't
puppet.
let anything slip while meeting Albedo.
I don't know what it wants from me.
It wants you to come over here, puppet.
I even know what that means.
Puppet? I don't know. It's just like a creepy way to just refer to like a young woman, I guess.
Right, well, I'm not a woman, so you don't need that. What?
I don't know.
That's just a fact.
I guess, but you know, I should probably do my due diligence check for myself.
Huh?
Get in those trousers, have a look around.
You know,
Paimon, how are you?
last time I checked,
And who is this accompanying
women don't
you?
have voices like this.
It's 2022. Anything can happen.
You must be Calx. It's a great pleasure to
Most
finally
women.
meet you. I am the author
Also,
of The Legend
actually,
of Sword,
now that you mention that, you do, not really, but just for the sake of this conversation, like your voice isn't that far off from like the deep voice that like smoker ladies get.
Yeah, but that's just because they've ruined their throats.
Forgive
My
me.
throat is in perfect
It's rude of me
condition.
to introduce myself
Ayo.
by my pen name when meeting in person.
What do you mean?
Please, call
What do you
me
mean? What do
Shincho.
I mean?
I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean?
You're over here teasing me with a perfect thrusty.
Because
you
it's
only call
not
me
been
Albedo.
utilized
No,
yet.
no.
Well,
that
then I'll
would
have
be
to, won't
most
I?
improper.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Seeing as we're both friends of the Traveler. Besides, we've already corresponded with each...
It's not just you, Albedo.
You guys. Oh, by the way, we happened to find a story from the poem hunt competition at the docks.
You know, that
Carry
thing
it through a few more times. I have been in a circle in this location 3 times.
Are you at that part where you're trying to open the door with the glowies?
It's very helpful.
Yes.
Yeah, you need like 2, I think.
Though,
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
do.
piecing together the
There's
story
only one.
myself.
Yeah, you have to like
all of you are free,
backtrack at the right point
why
to
don't we
get it to like
discuss this over a
respawn.
meal?
I have. I've been in a circle 3 times.
But you have 2 of them?
I have 1 of them.
You gotta get a second one. You gotta. It's like you gotta Lost Woods this shit.
Yeah, but like I go up to other areas
No,
and they're
not
just
at all.
not like I just get
Speaking of
stuck.
dining,
Like there
It's
is
the
nothing here.
It's the same
Unagi
place.
pasta is quite
You have to get it to like
Would you
respawn
like
by
to go
turning
there?
back at the right time. Like look at a video or something.
That's perfectly fine.
It really this is
Oh.
exceptionally
But
it's
I must
exceptionally
first unpack my
confusing.
luggage.
I had trouble with this. Don't
Let's
feel
meet
bad
later
about
at
it.
I hate
Uyu
this
restaurant.
game.
Why
I
do you
hate Googling
Why do you
quests for it
insist
either.
on playing it then?
Because I just hate Googling quests for it. This game could be fun if they didn't design it to be annoying.
Shincho's
Yeah.
suspicious.
Paimon, you read the poem, right? Although it may seem confusing to Xingqiu on it.
Read them together? Suiko lost.
It's like someone had to playtest this, and at no point were they like, yeah, this really pisses me off. They're just like, no, this is fine.
And that is precisely the point of suspicion. If Xingqiu had... Moreover, he didn't raise any questions when I suggested another place because of the windy weather. This means he knows that Shimura's is an open air.
Are you saying that Xingqiu has already...
Yes, that is indeed my conclusion.
But how could Xingqiu be the book thief?
Take the blue orb and head to the path with the spider blocking your way, and follow it all the way until you're back in the same room.
We've communicated via letters for some time now.
That's what I've been doing. Once there, bring the blue orb that you have to one of the stone lanterns and take the new blue orb to the second stone lantern. Well, where did the new one come
I'll be
from?
relying on your assistance to get good.
Because I don't see it. I keep going in a loop, and the second one does not spawn.
Yeah, no, you can't just go in a loop and it spawns. You have to do something funky at some point to get it to spawn.
But that's effectively what this guide is saying, is that, like, just go in a loop and it'll happen.
That's not right. Again, I would recommend looking at a video. I think I looked at a video.
Suspicious around. It seems clear for the moment.
This is what makes me hate this game.
We must ascertain whether Xingqiu
Like,
was
I
already
could
in
enjoy
Inazuma
this
or not.
game if they didn't design it to
find
just
evidence of
be
him deceiving us,
ungodly annoying.
I know you've had more complaints about the Inazuma puzzle than I have, and I know this isn't even Inazuma, but this is, to me, this was like a real standout, like, confusing thing compared to like literally everything else in the game.
This is how all of the Inazuma puzzles feel to me. This is how all of them feel to me. Oh wait, you bring it with you?
The first one? Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how are you gonna have two?
You put the first one back in the thing.
No. Yeah, you gotta carry them both.
If he really is hiding something, then he might feel even more nervous than we do.
When you said turn back at the right time, I assume you meant, like, put the first one in the thing, then jump down and just go back at some point.
No.
Hello there. What can I get for you? Why, of
Because
course.
I don't know. I guess I thought that was
personally
clear, but the
recommend
fact,
our
the fact that you put one in the door and then the door resets
these
means
past
that
few
you need to
days,
carry
so
two
the
of them.
fishing boats haven't been able
But
to
you
sail
said
at all.
turn back.
But the weather
Right,
finally
as in
cleared
like
up today,
have
so we
one
have some fresh
and turn
catch.
back.
You don't turn back, you go in a loop.
You?
Yes.
Not how I remember it. Cass is adorable. Yeah, you watching Cass? It looks like they transitioned over from Pokemon to... Oh, no. Cass is still doing Pokemon. I got confused. I think I saw Mike playing Sucker for Love. That Sucker for Love is cool. I watched Scary Game Squad play that. It's like dating sim, but you date old gods. But they're still booby ladies.
Not me when.
It sure has. A few guests from Liyue were just telling me that their boat was heaving and rolling all the way here. They couldn't do any...
Oh.
Welcome to Uyu Restaurant. Please talk to me if you want to order.
The last phase of the Irodori Festival is when they release the all-new
Lucy.
publications. The one I'm really looking forward to is A Legend
Closer.
of Sword.
Book.
That's like when it's like when when a Boo from Mario has a bussy, the Boosie.
That's right. A signed first edition is going to become.
I've seen genuine
Who's still
signature
trying
before.
text to
His
speech to
handwriting
get
is
it
super
to
neat.
make the bussy
He must
sound
be really
right.
diligent about his style.
He'll be there in person on the day of the release, so we'll get a good look.
Wait a minute. Did you just hear that?
I don't know if you're gonna get it, Ploof, perfectly.
Signing novels at the release, but it's...
Just type
that
bus
was
and then see.
delicious.
And then see how that
Inazuman
sounds.
cuisine largely
Then it's just gonna
consists
say
of fresh
bussy.
seafood, which is
Close
certainly
enough.
to my liking.
Well, that's the thing is there's several ways to get close, but I don't know if there's a way to get it perfect. Because how do you make a bus sound without like buss? If that doesn't turn into bussy, like I don't know what you can do.
Well then I don't know, try BUSS on its own.
We were worried you might not have an appetite because you didn't sleep well.
Uh-oh, I think M needs a point refill. It's because of the fucky points thing. What was your old thing? Button B? Yeah, here, I'll get this set up for you, M. At point button B.
I feel like Twitch must have changed something that's just messed with everything.
That's how it was, right? M? Button B, did I spell that right? That was your old username?
I feel like Twitch must have changed something that just broke every third.
No, because I just did this with Floof. This is just where we're at with the name changing thing.
Yeah, but I feel like Twitch changed something that made that happen.
Within like the last 2 days?
No, you're not getting my point. I feel like Twitch changed something that made it so that all of the third-party services don't work correctly anymore.
Oh, maybe. Anyway, there you go. I don't. That's just how it works right now. Is we have to have the points on your old account, but the points accumulate on your new account. So it's confusing and it just requires a little bit of manual intervention. But luckily, there's not that many people who've done name changes. Yeah, it's, again, like, affiliate is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. So, I will just ask you guys to bear with this for some amount of time.
Now's our chance.
I need to save up 3 emotes first.
See if he says it. Maybe we could start by asking him about the journey.
You do?
Yeah, because you're going to do your own, but I'm going to have to commission them.
Well, I've never
Again, if you end up liking what I come up with and you're like, hey, I'd go for those, I can give you a good rate.
Yeah, but I need to see what you can do first.
To be honest,
yeah. Well, and even if mine are great, they might not be exactly what you want either.
Yeah, but I've not seen anything that you can do in any capacity.
Yeah, I know.
What book were you?
Oh, I was reading
Let's
a
see,
novel
I
called
testing the
Pretty
Urosede.
Please Kitsune Guji. It was sent to me by my editor.
Like I said, fussy.
Didn't you feel dizzy when...
It was nothing I couldn't handle. Don't forget, I'm proficient in the arts of the Guhua clan. That being said...
Well, there doesn't...
To be honest, there wasn't much to see. Just water all around, morning to night. So, when the peak of Mount Yogo finally appeared in the distance as we... However, the ship sailed along at a crawling pace.
Paimon didn't catch anything suspicious. Oh, right! If it took an entire
Yeah, no, I
day
think I have a minute now on cooldown between those, so you gotta give it a sec.
We learned a couple of things from his account, but we still require more evidence. Let's discuss creating novels with Xingqiu.
While it is entertaining to read novel, you must give great thought to every detail. And even when you have come up with interesting content...
I couldn't agree more. Whether it's writing a book, creating art, or...
Xingqiu and Albedo are getting into some...
Speaking of illustrations, Albedo, I've long wished to my novel didn't sell well in Liyue. Yet you've consistently managed to select the most important scene of the chapter for your illustrations. This made me feel as though what I was trying to express could be understood after all.
Yeah, she kind of has weird, like, ghosty eyes.
She's got like a flower pattern in them, and it makes me uncomfortable.
However, I took some risks in the illustration. Light novel illustrations are typically centered around the characters.
I liked that when they did it with Nia and Gurren Lagann, but
different approach in the illustration for the last chapter.
I don't know. It is more off-putting.
Well, that scene was intended to depict the change in the world.
I was thinking it's off-putting when the pupils aren't round and black. It just looks weird when they try anything else. Because eyes always look the same.
The moment they arrived in Inazuma.
So you get used to it.
Xingqiu, we have something very important to ask you now.
Oh? Why the solemn looks all
Oh,
of a
am I done with that now?
Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Mr. Okazaki told us earlier that actually the weather at sea was very bad these last few days.
So when you called out on TikTok about my voice. Explain further, M.
Please
On
complete
top of that,
prerequisite
the latest
quests.
installment of A Legend of Sword will only be
What?
revealed at the Irodori Festival. Even we, the creators, haven't received...
Chapter 2, Act 3, Omnipresence over Mortals.
Some kind of danger
danger but can't tell us?
No. I suppose my lack of
I don't
sleep
even
is
have that.
inevitably taking its toll on... I did in fact come to Inazuma early to handle some things.
Oh, well, if this isn't a coincidence. Huh?
Oh god. I'm never
I
getting
heard
there.
that the owner of this establishment has some fine
It wants me to
wines.
complete a quest that I literally do not have.
Says who?
Also, you
come as the
explain
bearer
further.
of good tidings. I just bumped into
I click
Kujo
on the
Sara a
newest story
moment ago.
quest, Raiden Shogun.
She said that the
Yep.
Townland
No,
Commission has
I need to
apprehended the
complete a
criminal who
prerequisite
stole
quest.
those
Chapter
copies of a
2,
Legend of Sword.
Act 3,
You
Omnipresence of
needn't worry
Immortals
about
is
it
the
any
title.
Yeah, okay,
I
right.
don't have
That's further along in the story chain, so you need to like complete the main story stuff of Inazuma.
The criminal...
did I say something I shouldn't have?
Hate these
Oh, no.
islands.
The person they apprehended.
I
Wasn't that
don't
editor named
dislike
Onodera?
Inazuma, but I do dislike this fucking like 7-layer deep quest chain thing.
I hate
Apologies,
Inazuma
Kujo
just
Sara
as a
didn't
whole.
mention a name.
Everyone,
Hate this place.
it's too late to explain. We
Makes me miserable every time I'm forced to come here.
Oh, hold on. Quest location is current. So not only are the characters involved with other quests, but the locations are involved with other quests. God damn. I don't have time to do a whole nother character story. Fuck this shit. That means I gotta keep grinding through Genshin stories. Like, on stream. Gonna have to just do more Genshin streams.
Well...
By
I'm
we, I
doing
mean
late
me. I know
this
that you
week.
can't be around for all of them.
I'm doing late shifts this week.
You need sleep too, though.
If you wanna do more Genshin streams this week, I'm down.
I think I need to. I'm not saying that you have to.
I want to. If I'm not involved with a Genshin stream, I'll actually, I will be upset.
I don't know why you don't like playing this.
I think you know why.
I know. Learning how to lower my voice. TikTok appeared on my page. Says, are you trans, non-binary, or gender questioning, trying to shift your voice? Oh, so not like called out for something you made, but like the algorithm is getting like very hyper specific. I understand. Yeah, I feel like I get a lot of that. I got one about like ambiguous neurodivergence, and I'm like, hey, that's me.
Huh?
A TikTok. I got a TikTok about like ambiguous neurodivergence, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, like if I am, or what I am, but I feel like it. And the TikTok was accurate. That's just one example. There's other stuff about like being gay.
95% of the time, though, with TikTok and neurodivergent stuff, they will be like, hey, did you know if you have this, you're neurodivergent? And then it'll be something that everyone has. It'll be like, hey, did you know that if you have eyes, you're neurodivergent?
No, I mean, and the stuff we're talking about is like very generic, kind of, where it's not like, hey, if you exhibit this, you have this. It's more just like, they're like, hey, if this shows up in your page, you're this. Somehow. I don't know how that works, but it like, sometimes they're pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's called targeting, but like, it's not always right.
No, of course. I'm sure when I say this, it's a little bit like people with like their fucking star signs and stuff.
Yeah, if it's anything to do with anything that's like neurodivergent, they're probably just making guesses and are completely off base.
Sure. I think maybe we're gonna call stream then here, y'all, because I don't have an hour and a half to put into Yamiko's quest to like keep everything open.
Estimate the beetle. They can be some of the...
We'll have to do that next time. So I mean, if you're fucking deciding that you're getting dragged along for this, then I might do another one tomorrow, just because I literally
I am.
Okay, I literally just need to put in the work, put in the hours, so that I can like, because it's probably gonna do this to me again. I'm done. I'm only 25% done with the event because there's 4 things. I've done one of the main ones, and then there's still these side ones. So really, I'm less than 25% probably. But if this is gonna keep happening, I really just need to be able to put in like a lot of time on Genshin
Yeah,
to do it within the next 11 days.
I'm not too bothered about doing the event because I'm not going to get there, but like now that I've actually managed to finally get past the like one thing that I was stuck on for the past month, I want to keep going. I want to. No, not Raiden. Like this other quest thing that I was just completely locked out of for a while until I figured it out. I now want to keep making progress.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, the story is actually cool.
There are aspects of this game that I like. It's just that Inazuma upsets me, and confusing quests will always be confusing.
Yeah. So, I am doing dumb little things here. As soon as I'm done with that in 5 seconds, we will go ahead and get a raid going. Probably go cast. Yeah, I have just a lineup of boys over here, and then I have Bennett and Raiden up here, and apparently I have a conversation with one of them.
I see Kaya. I also see Kaya.
Looks like my luck.
And I see France, and I see your underpants.
Huh?
Oh, it's perhaps you have
Nothing.
come.
I don't see France.
I just
you know the rhyme. I see London. I see France. I see insert name here. Underpants.
I would like to know how you.
No.
I mean, I see.
I've never heard that ever in my life.
What you mean?
Really? That must be a fully American thing then.
I think almost all of these things that you've said that are rhymes are.
Now that I've benefited from your experience.
Just seeing them in a line. Well, because I haven't like
the advice with a more
decorated this well. I just fucking threw as much shit in here as possible to get it to like the highest bracket for rewards. So it's designed very poorly. And I don't know that I ever care to do much with it, because like you don't use this. There's no point in being in here unless you really want to like do a race with your friends. Which I don't care.
But you can decorate.
Well, I know, but I'm not a bottom.
Well, tell that to Shiro.
Alright, y'all, let's go raid Cass. If you don't know Cass already, Fawnry, they are super, super funny and lovely. And they're playing Pokemon Legends right now. Yeah, Cass never got very far in this. Cass, I think, Cass doesn't like stream as aggressively as me, and they were having like internet fuckiness last week and stuff. They're pretty early in the game still. But wish him well, say hi. What's decorating after you being a bottom? Nothing.
Everything.
Nothing at all.
I can say that as a bottom, it has everything to do with it.
They're not related in the slightest. Alright, let's raid. I'll see you guys over in Cass's. And I guess we're doing more of this tomorrow, so come back for more. Bye-bye.